Thank you for joining us at Beerfish Fanatics. And this episode is actually brought to you by Whisker Secret Tackle.
So make sure you guys go to whiskersecret.com for all your catfishing gear.
Enjoy the episode, guys. Better? I don't want to be too loud.
Sure.
Am I too loud, or this is good, right?
Yeah.
That ain't bad.
All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Beerfish Fanatics. Grandy, My Pop Fishing, My Pop Sports. We got
Kit with the fishing kit YouTube channel.
And today we are in my kitchen. So if you guys are wondering where the hell you guys are at today, we're in my kitchen drinking some beers. And then we decided, you know what? I haven't seen this gentleman in quite some time. We decided to have Mr. Butters join us.
Came in clutch. I literally texted him on the way here. Hey, I know this is last minute, but we're recording podcasts if you want to hop on.
I'm the last minute podcast guy.
Yeah, you are.
Well, we were figuring we were gonna just record just us two, but we're like, you know what? I don't know. My mind was like, you know what? I haven't talked to this mofo in quite some time. Let's grab some Butters, man.
Yeah.
So,
I appreciate you guys having me back on. I love it.
All right.
I can always talk beer and fishing.
There we go. Huge shout out to our sponsors, Firetrucker Brewing Company. Today I'm drinking the Iowa IPA. Don't forget, guys, if you guys want to help support us, if you're in Central Iowa, feel free to swing by their tap room. Just tell them that you guys listen to BFF, Beerfish Fanatic. You listen to our podcast, you will get $1 off your beer. So shout out to Firetrucker.
Yep. What are we drinking exactly?
It's the Iowa IPA. It is 6% alcohol content, 56 IBU. IBU is International Bitter Units, so if you guys are wondering on that. And it is hoppy. I wouldn't say it's too
It's not
hoppy.
super hoppy.
No.
That can represents Iowa for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Tractor, cow, bicyclist,
The covered bridges.
Capital on there. Pretty cool.
A cow. The dairy cow, actually.
Is it the dairy cow?
I think so, yep.
Oh, it is the
And
dairy
it's got the,
Huh.
what is that?
American Gothic.
Yeah, American Gothic.
There
Right?
you go.
I think that's that painting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Got a tractor. Very Iowa.
It's very Iowa. There you guys go.
A barn.
American IPA. There we go, man. So
The only thing they forgot to put on there was ope.
Oh, yeah.
Ope, excuse me.
all right, gentlemen. Cheers.
Cheers.
I think I poured way too much head.
Cheers.
But it is what it is.
Nothing wrong with a little head.
Oh, boy. Oh, I just drank nothing but head.
Surprised you don't have the mustache. Beer mustache.
Yeah. All right. There we go. Not bad. All right, man. So fishing has sucked because I think I've went out maybe once since the last time I think we did our podcast. I think Fishing Kit, he said you've been out maybe 3 times, counting the trip that we took. And
Yeah, including the trip. I've gone fishing 3 times, and we took the trip Memorial Day weekend, and today is June 16th. So I fished twice since Memorial Day weekend, which is crazy.
For you.
Yeah.
You're usually out.
how's it been for you?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it's been shitty, and I ate shit the last time I went out. So I went down to the pond near my house. Okay, I'm going to catch some bluegills, get some bait. Wanted to float some cut bait underneath the bobber below this creek. And this creek, there's like this little, I was going to say dirt path, but it's just, people just drive down there, and it's kind of rutted out, kind of muddy. I was like, okay, there's some logs in between some of the ruts. I was like, I'll step on these logs. That should be fine. Boom, instant, up to my shin, both legs. My boots were, I almost lost one of my boots. I was like, oh my God, dude.
Is it those pretty boy blue boots?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was
Oh, yeah.
my swagger blue boots.
Swagger. So, yeah, if you guys have not checked out his channel, you guys will see his pretty boy blue boots that he's talking about. And I'd be a little sad. They're pretty clean looking.
They were clean. My socks I had to throw my socks away, dude.
Trashed.
Yeah. I mean, I fished for maybe 10 minutes total after that. Like, just just walking around. I stepped in the creek and washed myself off, and then there was this a log pile, and there wasn't any flow in this creek. I was surprised. The creek was up compared to the last time I went there. I was like, okay, the lake. Well, this creek feeds into a lake, and the lake was up. So I was thinking, okay, there's gonna be some flow. There was no flow. So I found a log jam, threw out to the log jam. I was like, the bobber's been sitting there for a little while. I wonder if it's stuck. Guess what? It was stuck.
It's stuck.
Okay, I got some. It was not super heavy gear, but I was like, okay, I got my leader. I'll just break it off. Nope, lost everything.
Whoa.
Even the bobber?
Yeah, even the bobber. And I didn't bring it like any backup tackle, any backup bobbers or anything, because I don't know. Every time I break off with that setup, usually
bobber,
the leader,
you get the leader.
The leader just breaks.
Yeah,
but
just the
I
leader.
just lost everything. It was a terrible trip.
That sucks.
So it started with me eating shit in the mud and then breaking
Should
off.
just went home right then and there.
Yeah, it was like 10 minutes. I fished probably for 10 minutes after driving an hour.
Oh man, that sucks.
That was my last outing. I haven't been motivated since then.
I don't know, man. We were kind of talking offline before. I was like, do you think it's the weather? But it hasn't been like horrible.
No, it's
right.
It's not the weather.
I mean, it's been hot, but
It's not.
Nothing out of the ordinary of what we're used to here in Iowa in June. So that's why I'm like, because you are not the only one, and I'm not. I mean, everybody's been saying they've been struggling, right? Or have you guys seen people?
depends who you ask.
I mean, it depends who you talk to.
Yeah, it depends who you ask.
Or it depends on what you're chasing.
depends what you're targeting.
Or what
Yeah,
you're targeting.
yeah.
That's
I mean,
I guess. How you been, Butters? I mean, I don't want to bring up a sore subject, but I mean, I've seen you've been out quite a bit. So
so I'll start with. I went up to an area up north, and here in Iowa. I'm not going to say the area.
Oh, met up.
Met up with my buddy Cody.
Yep.
And we targeted some northern.
ooh,
And we ended up getting. I caught one. I missed a really good one. He landed like 3. And then we went up to the dam where we were fishing, and he hit a couple walleye, nice little eaters, about 14, 15s, and saw the smallmouth busting. That was cool. Like 10 of them at once, just blowing up bait.
busting, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it sounds like your recent fishing trips have been a lot better than either mine or Grandy's.
That one was. I was throwing a walleye worm, and I ended up catching an 8-pound channel on a jig and a
Up there?
walleye plastic.
Up
yeah.
there?
Yeah.
8-pound channel?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we weighed it, and it was cool.
Cody and his kid, they're two fishing machines. Man.
Oh yeah, man. I think he's caught like probably 75, 80 northern this year.
Wow.
Just this year alone.
Yeah, up in that area where he lives, and it's it's got some nice little spots if you can get to them.
Yeah.
I might be going up there with the kayak next weekend.
Yeah, his son Oliver, I think that's his name.
Yeah, he's a fishing machine.
Yeah, that kid can fish.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I posted one of his pictures on my page. This kid catches like catfish, pike,
walleye, northern.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And he's not very old.
He's what, like 5 maybe? If even
Damn.
that.
If that.
That's
He's
crazy.
like 5.
Even
He's
that.
like he's like
he's
4
a
or
little
5,
kid.
6.
Like,
He's
like Todd, not quite. He's older than a toddler.
and he's well like
But 5 years old to be catching fish like that is
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
he's pretty respectful little kid. He's real quiet, but he's a fishing machine for sure.
Yeah. So Cody's doing something right.
Yeah, he's doing something right.
Yeah.
Raising them right
Yeah.
for sure. If you want to flip it to the flathead fishing, that's the sore subject so far for me. I've put in my time, my hours this year. I've been out 11 times in the last 3 weeks. I've had 2 flathead bites.
Bites.
The first one, I'm gonna say it was a 25 to 30 pound fish, probably, maybe a little bigger. It ended up just spitting the hook.
Oh, so you saw it or no?
No, I'm just going by feel.
Oh, going by feel. Oh no, there's a kind of a ongoing thing. Like, what, you caught a blah 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 fish? You get any pictures?
Hey,
People-
why you guys bring up old stuff?
People
man?
can say what they want. You know? I've been doing it for a little bit, so I feel like I have enough confidence to guess the size of a fish. You know, I've caught a 46 and a 41 last year, and
I guess you got a couple
I
underneath
got a
your
couple.
belt.
I got a couple small
Yeah.
ones under my belt, but I got my butt kicked last night.
Oh, what happened? Why don't you enlighten us? I saw you put. Okay, so I saw Mr. Butters
I'm gonna
here.
take a drink.
He needs a drink because he posted on social media. It was a long post,
That's my venting spot.
but it was one of those. It kind of reminded me on my trip last year where I lost a striper, a true striper. And
Yeah, but you saw it.
that's true.
At least you got to see it.
Yes, I should have been able to touch it too.
I mean,
But-
if it was me, I'd have swum.
Here we go. Yeah.
But, you know.
Let's not bring up sore subject. On that. But I saw you post. So explain to us what the hell happened last night.
So, over the last 3 weeks, I've probably been in this spot 6 times. This week alone, I put in probably 16, 17 hours there, 3
Jeez.
nights. I do have a day job, so I can't fish all night and work all day with no sleep. But
Well, shit, I got a day job. I ain't putting nowhere near the amount of time you're putting in.
Once you get bit a certain way, or you catch a 40+ pound flathead, the guys who've done it, they know the addiction. They know what that bite's like. And last night, I can't even put it into words because it's so frustrating. But after sitting down at that spot for 3 days, and then finally last night at about 9:45, my clicker started going, and I'm like, oh, it's a little channel cat bite. And then all of a sudden, it just starts screaming, and I'm like, I'm sitting right in front of it, you know. I flip the bail, I stand up, and let the fish load up. And I reeled, because I had a circle hook. I reeled, and then I swooped sideways, set the hook. My drag was not set properly.
What do you mean?
Too
It was
loose?
way too loose.
Too loose?
So once I flipped my clicker over, the fish it was still pulling drag. So I tightened it all, like almost completely all the way down, pretty close all the way down. And then it was 20 to 5 yards downstream. When it was loose, I put my finger on the line to try and slow it down because I didn't want it to get down to a certain area, and it did. But I went down, I got on top of that fish. Biggest fish I've ever felt, hands down, on rod and reel.
He's got a blister on his thumb
Yeah.
from thumbing the spool.
For the listeners, yeah. So
Yeah.
for people who don't see on video, he's got a big, nasty blister from holding down the
And
spool. That's crazy.
I run 80-pound braid with a 50-pound monoliter, and that fish was working me. You know, I've never, my 46 and my 41 didn't fight like that. And
So you were fighting the fish the whole
yeah,
time, pretty
for
much,
about
okay.
a minute and 45 seconds.
Okay.
And then when it got to a certain point in the area where I was at, it was trying to get under some structure, and I was not going to allow it because if it gets under there, there's some stuff that'll cut the line. And
you know.
I was there was like 5 emotions after it happened because the line ended up popping. All I saw was the swivel. I had a witness, so he saw the whole fight, but and his exact quote was, "Man, that really must have been a big fish because we didn't even get a look at it."
So did it break off or did it pop
No,
off?
Yeah, that's a different.
It broke off.
It broke off.
It popped from my swivel.
Oh.
And you have an how many pound
50-pound
test? Oh boy.
leader with 80-pound mainline on a Whisker seeker.
I'm wondering.
And it's not it's the medium heavy.
Medium heavy.
in his
Yeah.
braid, so it wasn't
Right.
like
It didn't cut at the braid.
yeah.
It cut it straight off at the main line. Just popped it off,
Man.
or not the main line, but the
leader.
The leader.
Where the swivel.
Yeah, all I got back was my weight and my swivel and my bead.
Damn. You know, while you were telling this story, you've seen the picture where there's a big log with like 50 lures on it, and the quote's like, the picture of the 50-pounder that you broke off.
Yeah, but see, mine actually moved.
Yeah. I was just giving you a hard
He's
time.
trying to give you a hard
But
time.
that's just like the image in my head.
The OG down the way. He commented and he's like, man, he's like, I didn't know if you had one on, but as soon as I heard your clicker, I knew you had one on. And I about 5 emotions popped up in my head after the hook popped. I threw my rod. Sorry. I can't contain my emotions sometimes, but I threw my rod down and I said some pretty bad words for probably about 20 minutes. And I don't know, you kind of you don't always catch them. You know, those monsters, they're monsters for a reason. And that's I learned a lesson last night. I was humbled.
What's the lesson learned?
The lesson learned is make sure your drag's set properly. On your bait feeder and or on your reel, and just I don't know.
Do you think if your drag was set properly,
I think it would have.
okay?
I think it would have increased my chances of
Yeah,
landing.
you
the
would have had a
fish.
better chance.
Yeah,
because I think I would have been able to keep him away from. Because I think he was trying to go back to his home. That's exactly what he was trying to do. He was trying to go back to his hole. He was smart, and I've talked to 2 other guys that are flathead anglers, avid flathead anglers, and same area, same type of story. I think it's the same fish.
Yeah, there's not too many of fish of that caliber.
No,
Size.
you guys can believe or think what you want. You weren't there. I was there. I felt the fish. I'm a firm believer in that fish was probably 60 plus pounds, maybe even close to pushing state record in that maybe 5 to 10
What's
pound
that
range.
Iowa State record? for
82
flatheads?
or 83 pounds, I believe.
80 something.
Ooh.
The thing
Well,
is, he was kicking my butt, man.
Oh no, but he snagged it. Spencer, didn't he catch
Like a,
one?
Like a 70.
Oh, was it 70?
Yeah, that was.
Dang. Dude, 80 pounds? Holy. I mean, for Iowa's
I think it was.
flatheads. That's,
Well, you got to think that guy Diddy pulled the 72 last year, and it can be in that same area. The fish wasn't in that same area where he did it pulled, but I'm saying they travel. So
Yeah.
it could have been, or it could be, but I'll never know. That's the problem.
You'll never know.
You'll never know.
I don't have pictures or proof.
Yeah, you didn't even see it surface, though.
No.
I mean, if you would have saw it surface, you could at least say, oh, at least I saw it.
That's how I know it was a completely true monster, is that it didn't surface. My 46 and my 41 surfaced. They both came up at some point during the fight.
So losing a fish, after seeing it or not seeing it, which one hurts more?
Depends how big it is.
Well, you don't. If you didn't see it, you don't know.
I would have rather liked to see it.
Yeah.
Personally.
So you're telling me it hurts more not seeing it?
Yes.
What do you think?
Well, if it's like potentially the biggest fish you ever caught in your life,
No, it was.
and
It
you
would
don't
have been
see it.
rod and
so,
reel.
So don't seeing it.
Rod and reel,
hurts
hands
more.
down. That was the biggest fish I've ever had on.
So so losing a fish by not seeing it hurts more
Yeah.
than actually.
I would have rather
seeing
have
it.
There's
seen-
more questions.
I would have rather have seen the head so I can
There's more
verify,
questions.
or the body. I would have rather have seen the fish so I can verify and be like, I just lost the state record or a monster. It could have been 75 ape. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I'm with you guys on this. Then that makes sense because I was thinking like, you seeing it, I saw it, but then not seeing it and not knowing. I think that you're right. I think that hurts a little bit more because you're just you're always thinking like
that fish had me so frazzled.
You were shook.
Oh, I was way more than shook because I started retying. I didn't even put a weight on.
what?
No. I tied up, I put a swivel on, and then I put my main line and the hook. I didn't even put the damn weight on or a bead, nothing.
So you just redid your whole rig?
Yeah. And I just didn't put a weight on. That's how shook I was. I was like, I got to get back out.
So
Frazzled.
You couldn't think
Frazzled.
straight. You just couldn't
even
think
though
straight.
even though I know that fish wasn't going to bite the rest of the night. But
Well,
How long does it take flatheads to get that big?
who knows?
well, let's educate some people here. A long time.
Yeah, a long time.
A long time. That's my answer.
Man.
Those big fish, some of them have probably been on this earth longer than me.
You think so? Flatheads?
60, 70 pounders, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're probably like 40 years old.
Yeah.
Probably.
Damn.
Yeah. And somebody took home a 43 from
No.
that same area the other day
Well,
in the morning, which that's your legal right. But
yeah.
my opinion, you're affecting the fishery, in my opinion. Like, and you're not allowing people that are trying to chase goals and dreams of the state record, every year somebody takes a 40 to 50 pound fish out, and it's like, why?
They just want to eat.
They just want to eat, man.
Go to the grocery store. Go to the grocery store.
But
Well, they want to eat fish and they don't want to pay for
But
it.
yeah.
Go to the grocery store. It takes 30, 40 years to get a 50, 60 pound flathead.
But you can't buy.
Yeah.
Can you buy flatheads?
No.
No.
See,
You
that's
cannot
Maybe
buy
not
it.
around here, but if you go to like,
Probably like some.
Prairie du Chien, they've got like smoked flatheaders. They're
Yeah, like something
along
more,
a river
like,
town.
yeah, like near the Mississippi, Missouri, probably.
Because
you
there
could
are
go out and
there are some guys who commercially fish for flatheads on the
Right.
Mississippi, but
yeah, you can't buy a flathead.
okay.
around
That's
here.
what I don't know.
no, you can get channel cat. They
So
farm
that's-
raise channel cat all day,
yeah.
but
that's why
nobody
they,
wants
they
to pay
kept
for
it,
that.
though. But that's why they kept. I'm hoping. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Don't know them, but maybe that's why, because they can't buy flatheads. They like eating
Well,
flatheads, and
the same
they caught one.
individual that kept that fish, the 3 people plus him that were with him. I went back the next day and there was trash everywhere, so I'll just leave it at that.
Open up a
But yeah.
can, Butters.
But you know,
You guys miss Scott Street yet? Because it's gonna go away.
That
Scott Street
Here
Slammer.
we
Shout
go.
outs to
I know.
Gus.
I know, Gus. Come on, hey, what? Hey,
I just
who-
talked to him when I was in there.
Speaking of, hey, they're supposed to get that beer going. What's going on, man?
They are gonna produce it.
No, I don't know. That would have been dope. They should.
That would be dope if
You know
they
what?
do it.
Maybe we'll talk to Firetrucker. You know what? We need a Scott Street Slam. But the thing is, once this construction is done,
I think the fishing will still be all right. Down
You think
there.
so?
Yeah,
Okay.
they're going to be putting enough rock in, and the water's still going to be flowing.
we don't fish.
I
them
think
too
the
often.
people
I don't
who
fish down there.
here's the deal: the most people who are upset about it are the bridge fishermen,
True.
which I could care less.
Yeah.
I don't care about the bridge fishing. I care about fishing on the rocks downstream. That's where I catch
Yeah.
my fish.
Yeah.
It's the guys who have been fishing a spot for so many years.
Same spot.
Same spot. They're there 2-3 times a week. They don't know nothing else, and they love that spot. I get it. You can catch fish there,
Yeah,
but there's 8 million other places in the state to catch fish besides Scott Street Bridge.
it's easy. You just drive right up there too. Like, Larry, you drive
Yeah,
and park, and then you just
That's it.
and it's also easy to throw away your garbage. I mean, there's 2 garbage cans up there on the bridge, but yet people still leave their crap right where they fish. And then they wonder why the whole fishery is going away.
Yeah, we had that conversation.
You guys could have been at the meeting. You could have done something instead of griping and complaining about on Facebook.
And we had that conversation with Jeff, our buddies out there in the Iowa DNR. He's 100% correct. It's like there's trash out there. Clean it up a little bit, and
Yep.
it's on ourselves
Yep.
as fishermen that
yeah.
we didn't clean the spots up, and they're
been
doing it for us. in
I've
a
been
sense.
walking them banks for 5 years, picking up after people, and you know what?
I don't think that's going to change.
Don't be surprised at the results. It's not going to change. People,
You know.
people litter out at our local lakes. I'm not going to say names of them, but
Dude, even the ponds. Like, okay, so this is the thing. I think I went several months ago to just a local pond here, near the house. And it's just like, what the hell? It's just trash. I'm like, it wasn't like horrible. I'm just like, it's like fishing. You can see tackle and just shit, plastics everywhere. I'm just like, dude, just at least take what you brought.
they don't understand
Nah,
the concept.
no.
They weren't raised right,
I
or
don't know,
just
man.
don't give a crap about it.
Some people don't care.
They don't.
They want to catch nice fish, but yet they don't know how to.
So yeah,
Throw
FYI, man,
trash
plastic's not biodegradable, people.
No.
Not Jesus Christ. I'm telling you, dude. I went there like, what the hell? It's like a small local pond. The only time I got to go fish, and then I just see a bunch of trash. I'm like, it's sad.
It's frustrating.
Well, it's like what Jeff said. It's not. It doesn't come down to any specific person.
No,
No,
it's just
but-
individuals.
Yeah.
It's just as a whole, like fishermen.
And it gives us all a bad name.
Yeah.
Gives
Yeah,
us all a
that's-
bad name.
That's the thing. No, you're right. It does give all the.
So like your bikers and stuff that roll across the bridge, and they're like, oh, look at these guys. They're just trashing. They're throwing their trash on the ground. This place is so
Yeah.
trashy.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's my whole life. So when I went in the Marine Corps, we used to have to like clean, pick up small crap all the time. Trash. We'd have to police call cigarette butts, you name it,
discipline.
I come back, and it's just built in me.
Yeah.
Like, I see trash. The other day when I was down where I was catfishing, there's trash around me. There's a couple plastic bags laying there. Fish aren't biting. What am I going to do? I picked it up. It takes a couple seconds. You're just going to sit there and watch your pole. Why not just pick up a few pieces of trash? And I appreciate the people that do. Because I saw somebody just picked up one of our local spillways and posted on that. And to you guys that do go out and pick up trash, I give you a big shout out, because it's appreciated. There's not enough of us out there.
Yeah, I mean, even I can admit I'm not always the best at it, because I don't know. I'm like, I think we're all guilty of it at some point. I don't always pick up.
Oh, I mean picking up, not
yeah.
You don't leave trash, but
Right.
sometimes you're just like, man, I got too much shit I got to carry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of no, I get you.
I leave cigarette butts, but I also pick up
Right.
Whatever
So
you
plastic
you're
bottles
balancing it
and-
out. Anyways, I think I don't want to drag this on for so long, because I think you're preaching to the choir. Like,
I
people
know.
that listen,
They're not going to listen.
Yeah.
That's what
People
we're
that are
saying.
listening to this podcast, they're not people who trash
No.
fishing
right.
spots.
Some people, they just
They're
don't
not.
care. They want to catch as many fish as they can, and they want to keep as many fish as they can. And they don't care what the place like. I got 10 worm boxes with me. I caught 30 fish. I'm taking them home. Leave all my worm boxes here. I don't give a shit.
When I went and just got chubs, I forgot about it, but I put trash in my bait cooler last night.
Technically we're venting to the same people who feel the same way we do.
I know.
You know what
Well,
I'm
that's
saying?
why I say we're preaching to the
Yeah,
choir.
I know.
But it's okay, because gives them a shot. It gives them a chance to listen. Like, yeah, we feel the same freaking way. So it gives them a chance to like agree to like, this shit sucks. Is what it is.
Anyways, Grady, you really wanted to talk about something. I don't want
Okay.
you.
What do you
Why
got?
don't you
What do you-
bring
what
it
do you-
up?
what
This
do you
guy's
got
been
going on?
messaging me like
Yeah.
last couple days, like, man, there's all this stuff going on, man. It's hilarious. We gotta talk about it.
Yeah, I just want to talk about this real quick, but let me grab this guy a beer real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, so thirsty, man. We got him worked up, man. He's
No,
drinking fast.
no, it was that flight I missed last night that's got me worked up. Thank you, sir. I was literally asleep,
All right.
but awake for 3 hours last night, just replaying that moment in my head.
So Fishing Kid's right. I was texting him, and I was just like, I just wanted to talk about this. I wanted to record because,
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about.
yeah, Fishing Kid didn't give a shit. I don't blame him, because he didn't really look at social media.
I do
But-
not. I've taken a social media's taken a backseat. Ironically, as somebody who is on
Yeah.
social media all the time, I do not look at stuff.
And the thing is, I always look at social media. I stopped doing social media, but I always look at it because this shit's
See, we're
so
the opposite.
entertaining.
I
It's
do
so
social
entertaining.
media, but
Yeah.
I'm not on there looking at stuff.
I love it because it's so entertaining. So okay, the past couple of days, if you guys have, if you're in Central Iowa, you probably know what I'm talking about, especially if you're in the 515 fishing group and all that stuff. So I just wanted to question and just kind of ask you guys your thoughts and all this stuff. So, and everybody else who listens is not from Iowa, you can probably relate to this, but there was a post probably in the past several weeks to a month or so, people posting about starting a guide service. And see, Butter knows what I'm talking about. So the shit was just entertaining to me because we've had several guide service on our podcast. We've had everyone from David Weiner, and amazing guy, so much knowledge from him. We had a River Certified. We've had Ryan Tassler. We've had so many guys. Who else? Just a bunch of other guide service.
Taro's a guide.
Exactly. Taro from Toronto.
I tried to start a guide service, but
So
that
Maybe
didn't-
you could relate to
Yeah,
this
so-
story.
okay.
that didn't go so well because I had one person book and that was it.
Hey, that's better than nothing.
better than zero. But
Apparently
there's
people don't want to catch fish.
there was a post. I'm not gonna name any names. If people know, if you know. So, but anyways, there's a post of a young man, super young compared to my age. I'll just say that it's very young, trying to start a guide service, and he was just mentioning, hey, you want to book, blah blah blah, and that's it. So he posted that. So the next thing you know, everybody in there, high horse, whatever you want to call, started chiming in. Did you get your insurance? Do you have your guide service licenses? But in Iowa, I don't think you need one.
You don't need one in Iowa.
Here's what I figured. But do you have your insurance? Do you have
I don't think
a
you
website?
I don't think you need insurance if you're fishing from shore, though.
Well, if you're this gentleman, I believe he was on a boat.
Yeah, I know.
So,
I know what you're talking about.
So, but I mean, okay. So I kind of see. Because there was that group. There was a group of people who were like, "Do you have this? Do you have this online? Right? You know, do you have all these your box checked?" You have another group like, "Leave him alone. He's just being an entrepreneur, young kid who wants to start a business." You have these other people. Well, he's not starting the business correctly. He needs to follow the yellow brick road. He has to follow all the lines. You have all these other people where you're like, well, what kind of guides? It was just two angles.
No, I think there's actually 3 angles.
What was the third angle, do you think?
Well, you got the people that are like asking him legitimate questions, like, "Hey, are you insured?"
Yeah.
Especially if it's coming from a person who was a reputable guide that did it.
Yes.
Do you pull up to a stop sign and ask the person to the left of you if they have insurance?
I don't.
I'm just curious.
No,
I don't.
I don't either.
I'm just curious.
So, see, that's why I want to say this is the thing. So, if you guys are listening to this or watching this, I think we might all have different viewpoints on this, and that's why I was talking to Kid about this. But I wanted to see what your viewpoints are and why you believe or whatever you feel that way. So, what would you say to that gentleman? I mean, how would you feel about those people who are attacking him? In regards to you didn't get your stuff in line, but are you sure you have this? And then my thing was, the moment that he said, yes, I have it in line, and there was a post that he said, yes, I have it, the insurance and everything in line. He said that. Does that stop you from questioning him? Because it didn't stop from people from questioning him. That's my thoughts. So you got to take him at his word, right? But there's people who are still, in a sense, attacking him. Do I agree or disagree? I'm just asking you guys, where do you feel? He's a young man trying to start something. So, I mean, what do you...
Oh, who's going first here?
I want to see what your guys' thoughts are.
I'll let you go.
What do you feel? Because you guys know the post I'm talking about.
I know
You
what
don't
you're
wanna-
talking about.
Yeah.
Well, I had to do some searching after you said something. I mean, I peek at the groups every now and then, and I don't really like. I don't take too much away from the post. But anyways, okay. So, but I did look into this stuff. Okay, so I guess from the angle,
That beer is good.
it is. From the angle, I see 3 different angles on this. So as far as the angle as like, there were some people questioning, if he had his basically ducks in a row, like you got
Yes.
insurance, stuff like that. I don't think they were trying to like hate on him by any
No,
means.
I know what you mean. Yep.
I think basically like it's like, do you have your stuff in order in the event that if something goes wrong, will you be ready for it?
For yourself and your
For
your
them.
customer.
That's where
Yes,
like
yes.
the insurance stuff, especially if it's coming from a guy that's done it for, I don't know how long he's done it.
Many years, yeah.
Yeah, many years. And then, like you said, so I don't see anything wrong with people asking him that stuff. And then there's the other camp where it's like, oh, he's just a young guy, let him do whatever he wants. And then the third perspective, I think, is this whole social media thing. I've seen it in like fishing groups and stuff. People are getting less and less tolerant of, I guess, self-promotion. Like, that's why there's, in groups, people are annoyed of YouTubers. People are annoyed of guides. That's why more and more, I don't know if you noticed, but more and more groups are saying, no guides are allowed. No posting of YouTube videos. So I think that's one way to look at it too. Like people are just, because let's say there's, I don't know, 20 up and coming YouTubers. If you run a group and you just are inundated, like, hey, hey, I'm just starting up YouTube. Check out this video. Please subscribe.
I am.
But I'm not gonna sit here and say I am not guilty of that, but I've gotten away from it. I don't
For
post
sure.
in any groups anymore.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I just
About your channel.
about my channel. Yeah, I
I
don't go
get
like, hey, here's a video.
So do
But
you,
same as far as the guide service. But I noticed this individual is every post like posting
Okay.
pictures. Hey, blah blah blah. I'm starting up guide service, and
Yeah.
then after so many posts, people get tired and.
so then they hate on him. Then they think is
Well, people get tired of seeing that stuff, especially if it's
Over and over.
yeah.
over and over, and especially if there's coming from different people
Multiple
trying to do the
different
same
group-
thing.
multiple
That's why
different
these groups, or I wouldn't say these groups in general, but a lot of these groups now, it's like, no guides, or at least don't post links to your videos and stuff like that, because it's just gotten to a point where everyone's trying to hustle. I get it. I understand. Because
Well, we do live in a country where that's allowed.
Entrepreneurship, man.
Yeah.
I say that's okay. So where do you fall? Okay, when you saw his post, you're going first. So where do you fall in what the gentleman's trying to do, whether in his business, trying to self promote all that stuff? Where do you fall?
as far as him posting that stuff,
That and then just what he's trying to do.
I guess I understand what he's trying to do, but I also understand people are annoyed with like people trying to self promote.
Don't get on social media then.
Right. But it's
That-
like,
that's
well,
all.
the thing is, I could see the rules for the group changing. Because if one guy's like, oh, yeah, book, and then someone
Yeah.
else, like, and then more and more people, like, let's say, hypothetically, I want to be God someday. And then I start going in there, like, yeah, book a
Yep.
trip with me and blah, blah, blah. That's why a lot of these groups nowadays, it's like, okay, put in more than put in more than what you take out. It's like, don't just go in there and self promote, like, oh, here's my
Sure.
YouTube channel. I mean, ironically, I've done that, so I'm not saying I'm not guilty of it, but I've gotten away from that.
I'm guilty. I don't give a shit. So
Some people, say, "Hey, do your
yeah.
thing." Other
But
people,
I do it. I guess you could say I wouldn't say if I do it tastefully. I think I do it tastefully. I don't mean, it's whatever. But Butters, I want to hear what your thoughts are now. Okay, so I know where Fishing Kid is.
So-
I'm just curious. What do you think about the gentleman?
I've never
and his-
met. I've never met him.
yeah, basically,
No-
I
none
don't
of us
really
have.
care
No.
what
But
he
I-
does, but I
Yeah.
get, he.
I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah.
I didn't when I said I would take people out guiding for crappie and walleye from shore. I wasn't like. Here's the thing. The guy wants to hustle. He wants to make a couple dollars. He's fishing. I get it. I totally get it. I'm not gonna hate on that at all. When I tried to do it, I didn't do it at the level that he's doing it. I just posted one time on my own personal page.
See, that's different.
That is different.
And I think I posted once on 515, and everybody's like, "Guide from shore? What a joke! Ha ha ha!" No, well, funny because go look at all my pictures and on my Facebook page, and you'll see that I only own a kayak, and I catch plenty of good fish. So, 95% of the time, I'm fishing from shore.
Yeah.
You don't need a boat. They're nice, so you don't have to travel and
Right.
walk everywhere. But I'm not going to hate on the young man. I think what he's doing is cool. If he has all of his ducks in a row, good for him. Make that money, man.
But I think that's the thing. A lot
Make
of
that
people,
money. I think
A lot of people don't think he has the ducks in a row. They don't think whether he does or not. He might. This is the thing. He actually might have the licensing, everything's taken care of. But everybody's pretty much writing it off that he doesn't.
Well, that's. I mean,
so here's the problem with social media in general. People are going to think and say what they want no matter what.
100%.
Yeah.
No matter what. So here, if I was him, I'd put my blinders on. I wouldn't even care what people say.
But
As long as you're booking trips and you're putting people on fish, that's all that matters. And you're teaching them how to do something, that's all that matters. If you have your ducks in a row, that's all that matters.
And I am a wholeheartedly agreement with you guys on this, but my thing is, so this is the thing, if the gentlemen who were hating or just posting negative stuff about him, the thing is, he's really, really young. So my thoughts are, why don't you, instead of discouraging him, encourage him by helping him, like, just like you were saying, like, make sure he has all his ducks in a row.
Right.
Versus putting him down, make him feel like shit.
Yeah. That's
And then he completely got defensive. I saw his response, and it made him look like an ass. And he probably isn't. He's just a young kid, just like, you know, trying to, like you're saying, trying to grind. But I saw his post. I'm like, the thing was, I would get defensive if I was that young. If some old fogey keeps saying all chirping in while I'm trying to do something for myself. But my thoughts are, us as older fishermen now should try and help him. Like, oh, hey, just want to make sure so you don't get in trouble. You got all this.
Well, I think that's what David was trying to do.
Some of them are coming from that perspective,
and that's the thing. I think sometimes when you read,
you can misinterpret stuff on the internet. It's versus having a conversation with somebody in person. That's the problem with Facebook or any internet issue.
They misinterpret when David
same with
posted
text message.
We understood what he was trying to do. He just wanted to make sure that young man got everything in line, and he's protecting himself.
You're liable if you take somebody out on a watercraft and something bad happens.
But I saw the way others read that, and how the young man read that himself, and he read that in a way that he was getting attacked.
Right.
See, here's the thing. It's the internet.
That's why you
the
always
group,
may stay off of it.
You know, you're joining these groups. These are all public forums. It's the internet. People are gonna talk shit no matter what.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was different,
especially if you're successful.
Yeah, you're using basically someone else's platform to push your own thing, and then there's gonna be people on there that aren't on board with you. It's the internet.
Yeah. I mean, you just got to buckle in your seatbelt and fasten in, because you're going to get negative and positive.
Yeah.
You just got to be prepared mentally for that.
And I understand where he's coming from. He's promoting his business.
But like I said,
and he's a hell of a little angler.
Yeah.
Like he's a hell of a young angler.
But
he catches nice.
And
fish.
I understand where he's coming from, because where are you going to go get your customer base? Where there's a big following
on the internet and a fishing
and
group.
he went to a group
Wouldn't.
That has a decent following in his area. Yeah. So I totally understand why he posted. And I totally understand why he's self-promoting there, because that's where the business is.
Yeah, but he's also got to understand the pushback too.
Yes, that's the
and
one
the thing is, it's the internet. Like I said, you cannot react to what people say on the internet.
Because if you react, you give them exactly what they want.
And that's what he's been doing. He's and it's hard. You got to put yourself in that situation when you're that young. When we were that young, think about that.
I'd be popping.
And if
I'd
someone pushed against what you're trying to do, I'm like, man, I'm just trying to make $1 here. You know what I'm saying? And then this old guy start hating on me, and it's not his business to know what I'm doing with my business, right?
Right.
And I totally understand where he's coming from.
But the fact that he put it out there, he's making it everybody's business.
But I don't think he understands.
There's nothing wrong with that. We live in a country that we can pursue what we want to.
Right.
That's why I love this country, dude. Thankfully, it's
you
amazing.
can do anything you want to in this country,
right.
And the fact that he's that young and he's trying to pursue his dreams, good for him.
That's better.
Good for him.
I mean, hey,
forget all the haters out there.
Yeah,
I know who you are. Just chase it, man. Chase your dreams. Don't let anybody chase you off of it.
To me, it's badass to see someone that young that has an amazing ambition. I just was hoping, instead of people hating on it, maybe help guide him, encourage and guide him, and help him do it the right way.
Yeah, there are people doing that.
I think people are. I think I think it just got.
But there's some that really just
shit. Like I said, it's the internet.
Well, some people are a waste of oxygen. So,
like I said, it's the internet. You gotta expect that stuff.
But that shit was great entertainment for me for a good week so far. I was like, man, this is awesome. I mean, I just watch it, just the I guess the back and forth. It was just interesting to see both like you're saying, three perspectives.
Sometimes all you got to do is put some popcorn in the microwave and pull your phone out and get on Facebook, and you'll get plenty of entertainment.
But I guess I get it both ways. I get why people are annoyed, because I don't know, it's just.
But you can just fucking, you can just swipe.
right?
I mean,
And then,
Exactly.
I mean, at the end of the day, if
That's what I do.
If it annoys you that much,
Yeah, just keep swiping.
Right. If it
Keep scrolling.
bugs you that
Keep
much,
scrolling.
go to another group. You could just that's the internet.
Or leave
You're
the
right,
group.
it's the
I've
internet.
left
You just-
group. I've
yeah.
left groups because I was like, all right, I'm fed up with this. This is
But it
garbage.
has
group.
to irk you to a certain level, to the point where you have to respond in a hateful manner. That's why I'm like, okay, so it bugs you.
I don't know if
it's the internet, man.
I don't know if it's hateful. I think
guess it
you have
wasn't
a right to
hateful.
defend yourself when people question your integrity.
No. The people who were hating on the kid.
That's what I'm saying. I think you have a right to. I think he has every right to defend himself when people are questioning his his integrity.
No, but the people.
Do you have your insurance?
But the people.
What? Even if he doesn't, like, how could you prove it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
You couldn't.
you just gotta take the kid's word for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I just went out on a muskie guided trip, skunked on that. I didn't talk about that, but
Oh, we can talk about that. We'll
got
get a
there,
riffle. We can talk about
got to that lake. It's 5:30 in the morning, and all I caught was a perch and a couple small bait fish. But I had one muskie follow.
Right, but you kind of you
Muskie,
have a
You expect that when you go muskie
yeah.
fishing.
When you're going into it as somebody that fishes all the time, you kind of know
Yeah.
what muskie fishing is like.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It's like what
Casting
Spencer,
8 million times.
Just like what Spencer said before. It's like, a lot of people want to catch a flathead.
But a lot of people don't want to spend the time.
Yeah,
fish a flathead.
but a lot of people don't want to fish for the flathead.
They're a frustrating species. I think more so than muskie.
And
At
then
least you can cast. For flathead, you're just sitting and waiting,
Yeah.
unless you're daytime floating. Like,
I think, does that make it worse, you think? It's like the difference between the two, because like you're just saying, so flatheads, you're not casting. You just cast one time, you're just waiting. It's just like
I change my bait out every couple hours.
but versus muskie, you're casting every single time.
It's like the opposite problem. You're always casting.
Always casting.
Yeah, you're right though.
It's
Which one weighs on your patience more? Casting all the time, not catching, casting once and waiting.
casting all the time.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, because you're.
At least when you cast out once, you can like do other
You
stuff.
can just sit
Yeah,
and
yeah.
chill. You can get on your phone. You can drink a beer.
Yeah.
You can eat your dinner. I can't tell you how many times I brought my dinner down the river this last week and enjoyed it while my baits were soaking. That's the nice thing about it. You're like, God, it'd be so terrible if a flathead just interrupted my meatball sub right now.
Right.
Be horrible. God, I'd hate to throw it over to the ground and land you.
Yeah.
But no, I think what he's doing, chase your dreams, man. Like, you live once.
100%, no regrets, man.
And don't care what people think about you. I've lived my life that way. Certain people like me, some people don't. And I don't care about the people who don't, because the people that do like me know who I am, and they know I'm a good person. So
There you go, man.
take that advice.
I should
put it in your pipe and smoke it.
Hey, I might just tag you on this so you can watch this, kid, or listen to this if he wants to.
I guess my takeaway is, I respect the fact that he wants to do what he does.
Yeah.
But if you're going to use another platform that is
Be prepared
basically
for
a public,
be prepared
Yeah.
for a little bit of.
there's going to be pushback. There's going to be
Backlash.
haters.
You're always gonna have haters no matter what you do in life.
True.
Yeah.
Just keep on letting them hate. That's my advice.
So, I guess if it were me, hypothetically, let's say if I ain't gonna lie, if I could be in the fishing industry, whether that's being a fishing guide or something.
I think you are. You're in the fishing industry.
Oh, I make YouTube videos,
Yeah.
You're pretty well known
but I don't
around the.
I don't make a living off of YouTube. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
If I can make a living
Off of fishing.
off of fishing,
Fishing. Okay.
Well,
I think the most likely, unless my YouTube blows up.
he needs to get that.
I think it's.
When's that boat coming?
I think beyond just your YouTube channels
Get
blowing
that
up,
guide
I
service
think
going.
you have other avenues, and we can talk later.
Right. No, I'm just saying, unless my YouTube videos blow up, if I want to get in the fishing industry and I'm not smart enough to go back to college and work in fisheries or wildlife management or anything, I think guiding would be one thing I would try to pursue. But I'm not gonna be like, hey, Fishing Kid Guide Service. We go spam all the group. Like, hit me up. You know.
I'd share it. I don't know what you're talking about. I'd share it.
You don't have to. Your friends can do it for you.
I know
Exactly.
Because you know that I'll be pimping you out.
Don't worry about it.
Whoa.
Throwing it out on
Wow.
the face. Share.
But I think if I was gonna go down that route, you know, let's say there's in Fishing Kid Guide Service or something in the future, I guess it's kind of like what I'm trying to do, kind of build up a name for myself first.
Yep.
Then that way I don't have to go spam 10 different.
I don't think you'd have
groups
to.
or
I
whatever.
think you have enough of a following that people would book with you.
You'll be good.
You'd
Yeah,
be-
right, man.
I think you'd be fine.
I gotta find a niche though.
There you go.
You know, I can't be the flathead guy. Well, because one, I don't catch flatheads,
Flatheads.
and I don't fish for flatheads.
You'd have to actually go.
And then even then, I have to go flathead fishing. And even then, there's a guy from around here that I don't know. People look at him as a flathead guy.
There's a couple.
He is moving away from guiding in Iowa, like altogether, because the flathead fishing, as far as a monetary, make a living off of guiding for flatheads.
Doesn't pay the bills.
Yeah, it doesn't pay the bills.
Yeah.
He's getting out of guiding for flatheads in Iowa.
Makes sense.
If you go,
Yeah, I gotta find my niche.
All right.
I think you'd be all right doing crappie and white bass and wipers.
Let's see, crappies.
I think wipers would probably be your
that would be my niche.
niche.
I agree.
Yeah.
And I think
You catch more than most people I know.
That's because I like fishing for them.
I know you do. I wish you'd get that flathead in there
I haven't-
with it. Because you can fish for wipers during the day. and
I'm
then
one of
fish
those
for
people
flathead
that
at night.
I'm one of those people that Spencer talked about. I like the idea of catching a flathead, but I don't like the idea of sitting for 6 hours at
Yeah.
night and not catching shit.
You just need to catch that 140 to 50 pounder.
they can keep you
Yeah.
coming back.
That once you feel that, and you feel that on a rod and reel, you'll know, and you'll understand why we are the way we are.
I need to make some sacrifices, like Tasler, Ryan. I just need to not sleep, go fish at night, and go straight to work the next morning.
I don't know how he does it.
Dude is
That's-
wild.
That's pretty insane.
Because I haven't done it yet this year, but I know it's coming. I'm gonna end up running on like an hour of sleep and running into work.
All right.
Yeah. So if you were this guy, how would you do it?
If you
Yeah,
were
how
Yeah.
the
What would
the
your
post
approach be?
for
for the kid?
If you're trying to do the same thing as him?
And what did you think about it?
what did I truly thought about it? I to me, when you see little kids that have ambition, it's amazing, and I highly support that because in this day and age, when I see my kids, I want to make sure they have ambition. So a lot of kids don't have ambition. Now, the way he went about it,
It's the word tattooed on my right arm.
there you go.
Have you always had that? This
Yeah.
guy got ambition
Ambition,
tattooed on his
see?
right forearm.
Shout out to Walleye, the
There you-
rapper.
Flexing.
Flexing.
Walleye, the rapper.
Yes, listen, he's flexing. Butter's flexing. But I think the way he went about it, I mean, in reality, I think like Fishing Kid was saying, you're gonna get backlash. I don't know if he expected that or not. It's whatever. But I wanted the older generation, our generation, or even older, or whatever the case may be. I really was a little disappointed that they, in a sense, shitted on him versus, like I was saying earlier, encourage him, but also help guide him. Then, if you know.
But how would you guide? Not everybody's a guide. How?
Oh, you message him on the side like, hey, awesome that you're starting your business, bro. Whatever.
Here's a few pointers.
You don't have to post it on social media like, hey, did you do this? Did you? I go, you could do that, but then when
Personally.
you do, yeah, but when you
On the side.
yeah, you message on my side because my thing is that when you post that shit out in public,
You're personally attacking
not,
people.
exactly, you're questioning him. Now you put his whole reputation on question. Okay,
Right.
so whether he did the right way or not, you didn't even give him a chance.
See, you're giving people too much credit. Like I
Sorry.
said, it's the internet, dude.
So that's my. You guys asked my thoughts on that.
It's
So my
like
thoughts.
it's like people in 5 o'clock traffic.
So my thoughts on that.
It's like going.
They
Yes.
all suck at
Going
driving.
to I don't know,
But-
but let's say you go down to what's Skid Row or something like. Oh, you should be better humans, but
But my thoughts are if
people are people.
so if you really wanted to help him, you message him on the side like,
I don't
hey,
think people.
they weren't trying to help
They
him.
weren't trying to help
That's
him.
what I'm trying to
They're-
say.
they're hating.
So that's why my
they're
disappointment
mad because-
comes on. That's what I'm.
They're mad because they know
100
he's successful.
You guys are right.
They know he catches fish.
That's where my
why they're
disappointment came from, because I'm like, us as older fishermen, when I was looking at these gentlemen who posted and hated on or just whatever the case may be, whatever,
mad.
grown men should have. I mean, if you really wanted to help the kid, if you really want to help him do it the right way, message it on the side. Don't question him in front of
Right.
the whole world.
But who says people didn't?
That-
See, if they messaged, you wouldn't see it though.
No,
that's
No,
true.
you're true.
Yeah,
That's
you wouldn't
no,
see
no,
it.
you're right. You're
You're
right.
right.
You're right.
See it.
But my thoughts are, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just, by the way they were reacting, by the way they were communicating, I don't think they messaged him.
Well,
See,
then
and-
obviously
and
they're
here's-
not trying to help him.
And
They're
here's
not
the
trying to-
problem.
Exactly.
Like you,
Yeah.
And that's
can-
where my disappointment comes from, because my thoughts are, like I said, to see a kid that has ambition, who wants to do something with his life and wants to do something with something he loves. Let's guide him the right way versus kicking him down or just making fun of him or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? And that's where my disappointment comes from. But in the grand scheme of things, hey man, like you were just saying, go do what you need to do, but do it the right way. So I understood when people are questioning him, but my thoughts are, maybe instead of questioning him, maybe honest, like I said, ask him on the side, like, hey, I want to make sure that you protect yourself, that you did it the right way. But like I said, I don't know if they did that. Maybe they did. Maybe they did.
You wouldn't see it.
That's
We
the,
would-
that's
you
the-
wouldn't know
it's
about
the
it.
internet though. It's the problem. You like
Exactly.
we're assuming what
Yeah.
we read a comment and we interpret it the way we think it, but the person who typed it could just be coming from an honest stance. So they may
Yeah.
not even be hating.
100%.
So that's the thing. Like that's the problem with online.
Yep.
But-
You don't know unless you know the person.
No, you don't know.
personally.
You don't know what their thoughts are.
No, you don't know
'Cause-
where
yeah.
their angle is coming from and how they're actually talking to you through a keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
but-
because your inflection or the way you pronounce words, it's completely different the way you type words.
Correct.
Yeah.
So that's why.
Well, and then there's also, I'll bring it up again. It's the internet. And the ones that look like they're talking shit, that's all they're doing. They're just talking shit.
Yeah.
It's the internet. You
They
gotta,
get people. There are trolls out there, and they get off on that.
You have.
They're trying to get a rise out of people. That's what they
Yeah.
do.
That-
they live
it's the
off. They
internet.
feed off
It's
of
the
it.
internet.
Yeah,
they
keep-
wake up and they're like,
Hey,
"Man, who can I troll?"
I'm not gonna
today?"
lie, man. I kind of like trolls though. That shit entertains me. So, every so
I'd see at the
often,
same time you're like, oh, but yeah, if
Yes.
you're trying to help the guy,
because
blah,
I
blah.
don't do
But
it though.
don't-
I'm not that guy.
Don't
though.
be a troll to this guy. But
I'm a
I
troll.
like trolls.
I'm a troll.
I'm not a troll.
But I'm a troll when it
but-
comes to certain things.
But I get entertainment out of trolls.
I'm a troll when it comes to certain
Is that
things.
fair?
Right.
I'm not a troll, but I get entertainment out of trolls.
Some people get entertainment out of being a troll, like just talking shit. Like
Oh,
this guy wants to be a
you're
guy.
right. You're right.
If you keep a big fish, I'm trolling your ass. You better
Uh-oh.
believe it. I don't even troll the fish, but I'll troll your ass.
But I don't know. Like I said, man, people are just tired of, people. There's a bunch of people out there. They hate guides, and when they see a guy trying to push a guide, they're like, "No, f this guy."
I think
I don't like this guy.
guys get a better rap because people when they're out on a lake or a body of water, they get upset because there's this guy with a boat and he's coming so close. Well, maybe he's getting paid to catch some fish.
I guess it depends how close.
I don't know.
but
Yeah,
I
man,
would care too.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I'd be like, you bastard! You
Like,
got the whole
If
freaking lake.
I was
in your
fishing and then Spencer
Yeah, but
just
you do
rolls
that when a
up,
boat rolls up on you on shore and you're still catching fish, though. You know what I mean? Like,
what if you got so close that you couldn't cast it?
Yeah.
I'd be throwing six
Yeah,
ounce
exactly.
6 ounce sinkers
Like,
right
Spencer,
at your damn boat.
You need to get the f out of my way,
You
man.
want
sir.
to get that close?
that
You're
way,
getting
sir.
6 ounces right away. But most guides are respectable.
Most guys.
Yes,
Most guys.
From what I see.
I've met Spencer like 3 times, and we went on a kayak float last year. And we ran into him. He was so courteous, such a great guy, great information, just really nice guy. Didn't have a problem with him.
Hey, he's not that nice, okay?
Yeah, Spencer, I like you, my man. You're not that nice.
I've heard he's kind of a jerk.
We had him on our last episode. If you guys go check that out, we were at the Beer Craft Festival.
Don't let the videos fool you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spencer's cool.
But he set up right by us, and he's like, I'd be surprised if you don't catch one. Like, he's a good guy. I think guides get a bad rap. They're just out there trying to make a living like everybody else is.
Yeah.
And even if it's a side hustle, if you're mad because they're making a side hustle, go get your own side hustle. We live in the land of the free where you can make as much money as you dream and you want to.
Well, it's easier to talk shit on the internet, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much easier.
And it's easy to be a keyboard warrior. It very much
Agreed.
so is.
Agreed.
But I do troll people, man. If I see him keep a big fish, I'm like, or a big wiper or big flat, I'm like, why'd you keep that?
Okay.
Do you know how long? We're never gonna break any state records. You guys just don't get it. You don't get it.
It's my business. Wait, I can
my
keep whatever.
fish.
Yeah, my
My
fish.
fish.
I can keep whatever I want.
It's
dude.
within your legal right, but my opinion is you're an idiot. So put that in your pipe and smoke it.
All right. I think Butters needs a refill. I'm
do.
gonna go get a refill.
I do.
Yeah, I might do a little potty break. We'll
gotta
come back
take-
because
gotta take
remind
this.
me, guys. I want to talk a little bit when we come back from our little break. Talk about a little bit of content creation, YouTube channels. We'll talk about that a little bit. I had some other questions about fisheries and stuff. We can talk about that when we come back. So
You're gonna ask us these questions?
yeah, why not, man?
We're not. I don't know anything about any of those.
How the hell you not know anything about fisheries? You're a fishing kit.
I just fish.
Okay. We'll come back. Refill. Let's go.
Time out.
Know that there's groups that they don't let guides on there. Like, nope, you post guide shit, or you post, like, if I go in there try to post a video, I'm kicked out. Like, if I'm a guide, I post that, oh, hey, if you want to book a trip, I'm kicked out. People are tired of that stuff.
I think it's.
I mean, it's a little bit of there's a lot of stuff. There's a lot, a lot of different.
Well, how
angles
else
to
are you
it.
gonna find a guide? You gonna Google?
How are you going to advertise
Yeah.
yourself?
Google.
The best way to advertise yourself is
Instagram.
join those groups.
Have your own
Facebook.
page. Have your own page. Have
But
a website.
I'm
On
with
what,
you on
Facebook?
that. But
No,
but
Facebook is a separate platform.
Yeah.
That is somebody
But-
else's platform.
But my thing is, if smart business wise, you can create your own page, all that stuff, right?
Your
But
own
you got
website.
zero. But you can
How much traffic you can
go
get
to
on your
another.
own website?
That's what I'm saying.
Versus
Maybe go to
a
another
social
group.
media
So-
website.
but
I get it.
Everybody is doing that. That's why there's these
Yeah.
groups. They're like, okay, we are tired of all these
100
guides
you're right.
coming in. And that's why he's like, no guides.
Cheers. Gotta drink a little bit. Here, we refill. We're back.
Drinking a Space Camper Cosmic IPA from Boulevard Brewing Company.
Thanks, guy, for bringing us.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty decent.
So you need to go to Kansas City with me and the family. Go to the that's one of the better breweries.
I've never been to Kansas City.
Badass brewery because they have a hall. It's like a hall, and they have food there. And this beer, you think this is good? You have it on tap. Utterly amazing, my friend. My kids love that brewery.
Is it
down
like
there
a
in Kansas.
Vikings hall?
It's big. I don't like the Vikings.
Like
very
big
much.
table?
Yeah.
They let you wear
They do.
crowns while you drink
They actually
beer?
have a big tables there. It really does. It's pretty cool. I keep telling the kid to go down with me to that brewery. It's really cool, man.
Kansas
Boulevard?
City, Missouri?
Yeah. It's really it's one of the in my eyes, it's one of the better breweries to go and just relax. You can bring a family, bring kids. It's a huge hall down there. It's enormous.
Didn't you drive down to Kansas City last year from Kansas?
Yeah.
After,
Yep.
and then go down to the
We
brewery?
went there.
You went to the brewery and
Yes,
barbecued?
sir.
Yeah,
And then
that's-
after
that's-
that, I caught COVID.
That sounds like a...
It
hey,
was
come down to Missouri, you'll get COVID.
You know what?
and I still
That's on their billboard as you drive into the state.
Did you ever catch COVID?
No.
Yeah, me
Nah,
neither. I
fam.
never had it.
I think you
never-
guys
I never,
did.
I never
I
got
think
a
you
shot.
did, but
I never got
I've
COVID
never
shots
tested
either.
positive.
So that's okay. So that was what I was gonna say.
Actually-
I think you may have had it. I just don't think you tested.
We
positive
probably
for it.
had
I've
it.
tested negative a few times.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
It's not like I didn't test myself.
I think I had it in the initial kick, and I got it in January, like when it was rampant, like when it first kicked
Yeah.
off.
See, it's different.
But
if
I don't think I actually. I don't know. I think it's all mental.
Yeah.
No,
I don't know about mental.
it's not all mental. When you
Dude,
I had it. It's
when
a real
when I'm like,
thing.
oh, I feel sick.
It's
Oh, I think I might have COVID. I don't know.
No,
they said my grandma had COVID and she died of pneumonia. Like, I mean, come on.
it's okay.
In Florida, they're like, oh, she died, COVID. That's how they did it down there.
Well,
They were-
yes.
they-
The tracking
how
of the COVID
many
deaths
companies
was okay.
made millions and billions
Hold
of
on,
dollars.
we don't want to
off-
get kicked off
Hey,
of YouTube.
we're
just
just talking
saying.
about whether we
I'm just
got
saying.
COVID or not.
I'm just I didn't get it. That's the answer. Look up Moderna and how much their profits were. That's all I gotta say.
It's different for me saying, I never tested positive for COVID, but I've also tested negative multiple times. It'd be different if I never tested myself. I'm like, oh yeah, I never tested positive.
So my mom's a nurse. She begged me to get the shot. Begged me to get it. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing it. There's not enough medical research behind it. Both my stepdad and my mom, who got the shot,
We're opening a can.
both got COVID. I never got a shot. I never really had COVID that I can confirm.
Oh boy.
And I worked through the
Did you ever
whole
test, though?
pandemic. No.
Well, then
See?
you
What?
can't.
Yeah.
So-
you can't. You have no leg to
Of
stand
course,
on.
you'll never test positive if you never test.
But I
I've
got
never
up,
had COVID,
but I
guys.
got
Have
up
you
and
ever got
worked,
tested?
But
No.
I got up and worked every day during COVID.
No.
So,
but you can't say you never got COVID if you never tested.
Yeah.
How would
There's
you know?
Two different things.
Yeah.
So, what do you mean?
If you never
People died from it, right? So why didn't I die?
You never.
Not everybody
No,
dies
not
from
everybody
it.
dies from it.
That's my point.
No, I agree with you on that.
Like-
We're not saying everybody dies.
But you saying you never had COVID. The reason why you never had COVID because you never tested yourself to see if you had COVID.
I don't need to. I know if I'm sick or not. What?
No,
See,
no,
sick and
That's-
COVID is two different
I
things.
agree with you on that.
So you're
But I'm
saying-
They're not
that-
mutually
Yeah,
exclusive.
yeah. But you can't say you never had COVID because you never tested yourself. Of course you
I
never.
said I never tested positive, but I have tested
yeah,
negative a few
but
times.
you never tested.
I don't need to.
So you can never say you never had COVID.
I don't need to.
Yeah.
Right?
I don't need to.
You can't say you never had it if you never tested for it.
I watched millions and billions of dollars get made off of that.
Oh,
so
I'm with you.
Yeah, we're not arguing that.
We're not arguing that.
We're not arguing that.
While they shut down every
Not-
small
we're
business
not
in this
arguing
country,
that.
So
But what I am
I'm
on
not
that.
gonna.
We're not arguing
We're
that.
not arguing that.
Yeah.
We're
I'm
just
I'll
we're just
call COVID-
arguing
I'll
whether
call-
you had COVID or
I'll
not.
call COVID what it was. They unleashed it on the population to control us, so it's all
See,
good.
now
Control
we're
that
out.
All right,
population.
let's just talk about
All right,
UFOs. Do you want to talk about UFOs?
They're real. They're
Yeah,
putting them out
I'm
left
just-
and right.
Dude, that's joking. I know. I get it. I'm. That's my guilty pleasure. If you guys
The
are
government
wondering-
thinks they can hide
let's
stuff from
get
us.
back on track.
Fishing and
Instead
beer.
of government trying to control everything,
And
which they
UFOs.
probably are trying to
Yeah,
do.
I do.
But anyways, let's get back on track.
the weather.
content creation.
Anyways,
let's
back
go.
on
Let's
track.
go. Let's go. This. First of all, just want to say congratulations to my partner in crime, Fishing Kit.
You got
3,000 subs.
Oh,
I don't know unless two
grand.
people unsubscribe and I'm back down to 29, 90.
I think
It's
they still
happened.
they round
It
it up,
happened.
don't they?
Hold on.
They round it up.
It's up and down.
Let me
It's
go
up
on.
and
They
down.
No.
Let me
If
go
you have-
unsubscribe.
If you have 2,99999, right? They give you 3.
No,
They don't round up.
they give you 2.99.
Oh no! I thought they
You
round.
have to hit that 3.
No, people subscribe and unsubscribe. I see it.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no, it happens all the time. But I didn't know that they.
So
I
you
thought
make,
they rounded up a
you
little
make
bit.
one video they don't like. They're like,
Oh, it happens all the time. I've seen
That's
seen
funny.
people's.
This is part of something I wanted to talk about tonight.
Uh-oh.
Actually.
people are that picky. Oh, I didn't like what he did this time.
No, I think it's more than that. I think it's so when you get a bigger following, when you get to the thousands and hundreds of thousands, million followers, I think you get to a point where there's certain people who subscribe, unsubscribe, and they unsubscribe maybe because of a video that you may have posted. They unsubscribe maybe because they just don't like your content anymore,
Or they're just tired of your
or,
content.
or there's the other thing.
Or you say something
they're
that
bots.
involves the real world,
There's bots,
and
out
they're
there.
like, I'm against that opinion. Like when the whole Bud
But
Light thing came
What
out.
were you gonna say though?
Anyway, sorry, Butters. No, people come and go all the time. Like I could tomorrow I wake up I'm like I'm under 3,000 subs. I think. Anyways, this goes back to something I wanted to talk about tonight. So there's this guy. I guess I follow him on Facebook. He's been on the podcast, but he put out a video, and then I was just looking at his Facebook comments, like us as a group of people aren't shy about sharing our fishing spots. If you don't say where you're at, I'm gonna unfollow.
If you don't say
Yeah.
where you're at,
So it's like, oh, me.
So guys get upset because you don't say, "Hey, I'm fishing at this lake and I'm launching from this boat ramp."
Well,
That's-
for this guy, for this other guy,
For that individual.
for that individual, it's like, hey, us as a group of people, we're not shy about sharing our fishing spots. If you don't say where you're at, I'm gonna unfollow.
really?
And then he tried to do some damage control, like, oh, hey, previously I said if you can private message me. And I'm like, oh, dude, like
Yeah.
the way I see it is if they're gonna unfollow me because I'm not saying where I'm fishing, then don't let the door hit you on the way out. Right?
You don't need those viewers.
Yeah, who cares?
You don't need those viewers.
Agree.
Like, don't sell yourself out for a couple likes, a couple subs. And I feel some people, let's say, I mean, I only got 3,000 subs. I'm not saying that's nothing, but it's nothing crazy either. But if people want to leave because I don't say where I'm fishing,
Good riddance.
forget them.
Good
Don't
riddance.
let the door hit you on the way out. Like, don't sell yourself out, especially if it goes against something that
Why
I make it a point not to tell where I'm at.
Why give away your fishing spots where you can create
Well, I
where
don't-
you can create content and you have success?
So this is a thing with Fishing Kit here. I agree. It's not that the spots. If you guys watch this video, if you know, you know.
Yeah, it's
okay?
not like
Yeah.
a secret.
It's not
Yeah.
a secret.
No.
But the thing is, I think it's the timing. You see what I'm saying? Because it's the thing is.
And that's where you're right, because I've seen people question him on his YouTube
Yeah, like,
comments.
hey,
so,
there's
so
no
this,
leaves.
This wasn't this week.
So-
there wasn't leaves and the grass
there's
wasn't
no
this
leaves in the
tall
video.
and blah blah blah.
I just think I think as the general public, they just. This is the thing. If you guys are looking for a fishing report and you're gonna go watch on YouTube, it's probably not your best bet.
Just go fishing.
Yeah, just go fishing, but you can't hate on the content creator if they don't tell you exactly the date and time and where they were fishing.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think that guy. I think he gave in because he
You
told
think
the guy
so?
to PM him.
Oh no!
I think he gave in. Like,
I mean-
if you're not gonna say where you're at, and then when somebody asks you, like, "Oh, PM me," then you're gonna tell them anyways. You might as well just put it out there.
That's true.
I mean, the majority of places that you record and you fish are public places.
How often do you get DM'd or messaged like, "Where were you at?"
Not often,
Really?
but I'll get comments every now and then, like, "Oh, where was this?"
Okay, no, I see that all the time.
on
but,
YouTube?
Yeah,
Yeah, but do you ever get like DMs or PMs directly? Like, where
once
were
in
you?
a while. Once in a while,
How do you respond?
I was like, "Hey, man, I don't really give out where I fish. Sorry, dude."
Hey,
if
give
it-
that- hey, that's
If you're
good.
gonna
You stuck to your
unfollow
gun.
me and
Yeah.
unsubscribe for me
Yeah.
for that,
If it's one of my buddies,
But no, this is just the
but
random,
a
random,
rando,
yeah,
a
random.
rando,
That's what I was
no,
asking.
you're getting sent somewhere else.
No, so I respect
I'm
that.
gonna tell you.
It's a big.
I'm gonna tell you a completely different spot from where I caught. Or where,
Well, I
where it
wouldn't tell you a
happened.
different spot.
No, I will.
But I think
If I don't know you.
No, I respect what Kit
Right.
said. Like, you know what? Hey,
Go do
just-
your own fishing.
Yeah.
Do your own homework. Put in your own time. You know, it's not that hard. The DNR has reports on every lake on what's in it, and we know what's in the rivers.
yeah.
You know, just put in your time.
Yeah, man,
Time
that-
on the water.
That guy gave in, man. I think he gave in. He's like, "Oh yeah, I said before, if you ever have any questions, just PM me." And then he's like, "Oh, PM me." And then the other guy's like, "No, you PM me." I think he gave in.
gave the spot up.
I should have just been like, "Hey, man, if you don't want to give away your spot,
Don't do it.
Don't.
if they threaten you with unfollowing,
Subscribe.
fuck or F them.
Yeah.
Who cares?"
Kid tells you how he really feels.
No, I don't blame. No, I agree with you on that. Like, it's
No, you
if
don't.
they're really gonna hate on you because you give up the spot that you were fishing and you were successful at, that you have literally spent hours on,
Yeah.
and fishing just to catch a fish, and they're gonna unsubscribe because you didn't tell them your exact spot. I don't blame them. F them.
Yeah,
It's like,
but I think he gave in. I think he gave
in
in.
every industry, when you have customer service, there's some customers you just don't need, and those are the followers that
Yeah.
you just don't need.
I mean, at the end of the day, what is that follower bringing really? It's not like you're getting paid for having
One
so
follower.
many. Yeah, You lose a follower because you don't want to say where you're fishing at. Who cares?
It's truth. No, you're right.
Yeah, like when people unfollow me and unsubscribe, I think, like, it used to bum me out. I was like, it kind of sucks, but whatever. He was probably the guy that asked where I'm fishing at, and I didn't reply.
No, you're right. You see that all the time. I see that all the time. I'm like, I haven't posted a video in like months, and it was so funny because I was like, man, I kept getting unsubscribers and I kept getting subscribers. It was really weird. It's still kind of weird. I just posted a video, by the way.
Well, because
check it out,
people just discover your stuff.
Yes. And that was the thing. I was like, but then there's others, and then I felt kind of bad. Like, man, that's why I posted a video just today. I was like, I haven't posted in a while, and I felt bad because, like Kit was saying, I think there's people who were just like, is he ever gonna post? And there's other people who were like, I just discovered you. So
me, obviously.
So let's get there. What's going on, Butters? We're hyping you up last year. What's up? Hey, let's put this on the table.
So,
what is going on?
It's like two sides of every coin here. Like, yeah.
It's kind of like what Spencer said about the flathead fishing. Some people want to flathead fish.
Well,
some people want to record.
A lot of people want to catch a flathead, but they don't want to fish for a flathead.
So
okay, what happened?
So here's my year-long experience of trying to record videos so far. It's every time I take the camera out and I strap it on my chest, I don't catch shit. But if I just am having fun, enjoying myself, no pressure, no thoughts into it, then I catch fish. But with no camera strapped to me.
If you record all the time, then
no.
Butters.
I think there's a camera curse.
No, you got to record all the time.
I'm gonna have to 1,000%.
You got to record.
Agree with Fishing Kit because I was on your boat. Hey, dude, you're talking to me. I barely get to go out fishing.
The guy that doesn't get to go fishing.
And maybe I had a foul tasting experience this spring where I posted a video to my Facebook page and a certain individual went down to my spot and did some unquestionable savory things as far as the unwritten rules of angling.
What are those?
To one of our individual friends that we fish with.
Oh.
So that kind of put a sour taste in my mouth. And
recording fishing?
I was recording that day.
See,
I stopped and I haven't recorded since that day because I posted that video. I put it on my page for people to learn how to do a certain thing.
Okay.
How to catch walleye in the early spring and the method that I was using. I didn't post that video for that individual to come down there and take out 10 walleye. You know,
I know.
I
understand.
I take my fair share, but your legal limit is 5. So
should have called the DNR on him.
Yeah.
If he called it something illegal.
If he kept if he did something illegal,
no, I can't prove it. But
I'm just being devil's advocate.
When there's 10 walleyes involved, and then you say you have 5 kids, 6 kids, and they all get eaten.
That's one instance. I guess.
If he's there and has 10 walleyes,
he brought 3 friends with him.
Okay,
that's a harder argument to make.
And the minute Matt caught a walleye, I'd already caught 6, so it didn't really piss me off until 10 minutes later. But the minute I caught a fish, or Matt caught a fish, he goes to put it in the bucket, them 3 guys beelined it down to where he just caught a walleye. You don't do that as an angler. You just don't. You don't.
So
there are unwritten rules.
So here, we're gonna go back to the whole video.
Yeah,
recording video. This is why I wait like a month or two.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson. Don't immediately post shit to Facebook or YouTube.
It's a spot, time, and all that.
The spot and the timing.
The timing's the biggest one because you can release the video. If you release it like you're saying, you release it next year.
If you go out, catch a bunch of walleyes, and then post a video that same day.
Yeah. They're gonna go.
People are gonna go.
They know where you're at.
Yeah, I get it.
It's funny because
but I told him specifically not to come, and he did.
Well, people are gonna do
it's cool.
whatever.
It's cool because
people are gonna do whatever they want to do.
It's cool. He caught his fish, and then the next day, because I talk crap online.
So this is the thing. You got burnt by recording when you went fishing and you released the video that pretty much the same day
Too
or the
early.
next day. Way too early.
Yeah.
So then you learn your lesson.
I learned my lesson.
So then why you stop recording? So all you need to do, like Fishing Kid just said.
Just sit on it. But I'm not a very patient person, man. Even though I spend 17, 18 hours waiting for one bite,
So
Yeah.
you know.
are you done then?
Which we squashed
No.
that. Me and that guy squashed it.
Are you going to record anymore?
BFFs now.
I don't know,
No, I wouldn't say all that. I wouldn't say that. I'd say that
Does Matt even
we're
listen-
just
does
we're
he even
just
listen to this?
we're just okay.
I doubt he
and
listens.
cordial people.
I doubt he listens,
I'm-
but I know who you're talking
Yeah.
about.
So are you? So that's it? No more tube? No more YouTube?
No more Central Iowa angling.
I know.
My GoPro has been sitting in the back of my car for like 2.5 months.
How about this ice fishing? Just start back up.
I might start up for ice fishing because it's easier.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
It's easier. To me, recording ice fishing is way better than open water.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think ice fishing recording is
Yeah,
better?
because once you get on the fish, you're on them, man. You ain't got to move.
I don't know.
man.
It's all the same. to
I
me,
feel like the
really.
cold.
I like it better. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
I feel like the cold affects so
Well,
much.
the heat does
Yeah.
too.
Well, yeah.
I think the reason why I haven't been recording, honestly, is because A, I don't really have a place to edit, and B, I don't want to spend the money on a computer right now. So
Yeah, we get it.
We get it.
It's fun.
I'd rather go drop
Wait.
$340 at Johnson Bait and Tackle.
I'm with you. I
for
understand.
new cat rod.
I understand.
And lines.
See, anyways, going back to the, waiting whatever months to post a video. My sister, she fishes and stuff.
Yeah.
After I dropped my video on Thursday, on Wednesday,
Wednesday.
she texted me on Thursday, "Hey, were you catching those yesterday?" I was like, "No." I was like,
Even the family.
"Yeah, in the family."
Even the family.
Like, hey,
What did you tell me?
yeah, basically.
The fight was hot. Why didn't you
bet-
let me know?
Man, you're my brother. What did you
I bet,
tell me,
I bet my
mofo?
brother-in-law said something,
Like,
and so
he's
he
probably
had
like,
my
"Effing
sister
kid."
texting me, "Hey, we're like, how's he going fishing?"
I know.
And not telling us, and he's catching all these big wipers.
What did kid tell? Oh, dude, that's hilarious.
So I was like, no, I didn't. She was like, "Did you go down there yesterday?" I was like, "No."
No, that was early spring.
I was like, "No, why?"
It was a day I got skunked.
And then so I told her, I was like,
That's from last year.
"That's from like 2 months ago. Like, there's no way I have time to go fishing, go to work,
Some people do.
go home and
though.
edit."
How do they do it?
No, people think that, and some
No,
people
no,
do
no,
because
no, no. There
some
are-
people do.
There are some YouTubers out there who literally post
Because
instantly. Like,
Yeah,
instantly.
I mean,
But the thing is, I released my video at 3 p.m. Okay, so she's got to think that I went fishing that day, went home and edited the video and posted it by 3 o'clock,
But like,
They-
and worked at the same time.
she doesn't, but they don't know because this is the thing. So this is a good education. So for the people who just watch YouTube, they think they think you go fishing and you just upload.
Yeah.
which
It doesn't work that way. It's like a lot of the stuff, the editing purpose,
I've got content. I've been
it's
sitting on
it's
it.
the
I just
editing
haven't
portions
edited
to
it.
make it watchable, and so you can watch it and it's like enjoyable. And then on top of that, just people don't understand that you just don't have the time. It's not when you're editing a film. Even like I said, a 10-minute video of us fishing
Will
is
take
probably
you at least 2-3 hours to edit.
possibly.
Yeah.
So that's just
Between
the,
editing and rendering and uploading and
It
doing all the.
takes so much time.
so
I think that's why I've been so
So-
discouraged is because I would rather spend my time fishing than sitting behind a
but
computer screen.
I know, but we told you that it's a
And,
long
and you
process.
did.
But
You told me. And
the thing is, when you were asking like, how does some of these people who just literally fish and just edit and just release? It's because if you go watch that video, they don't edit very much. They literally
the live roll.
they
is
literally
basically-
live roll what they just fish. So they
Like
they may
kayak,
they might
catfish
they might release a whole 30 minutes of stuff. It's literally 30 minutes of them fishing, and about 25 minutes of it sucks because it's just
Yeah, I told her, I was like, "There's no way I could just go fish and edit video and upload it that fast."
nah. Because I mean,
There's some people that do though.
Yeah,
Like,
there are some people
yeah,
that do.
But-
and then I guess if you have it's just your niche.
Maybe my sister just thinks I fish all the time and don't work a regular job.
And don't tell me when the fish is biting. That's hilarious, dude. But
Maybe it was more my brother-in-law, but yeah, she texted me like the next day. Like, hey, did you go down there yesterday?
Wipers bring out different feelings, even in family.
Yeah.
all right, yeah, too funny, dude. I could see that too. That's so
No, people used to like before, like some people that I knew when I first started doing the videos and stuff, like, oh man, they're biting yesterday, blah blah. Like, no.
Oh, they're just trying to get a free fishing report, man. That's all it is. A lot of people, they just want to know.
Yeah, I posted the video yesterday. Doesn't mean I went fishing yesterday.
I've got like 5 people on my Facebook that I've met maybe once or twice in my life, and they message me
I think people
every now and again, and they're like, "Are the fish biting there?"
People still go to YouTube as a fishing report. They still do. I don't know why, but they still use it because they just think like,
time.
"Oh, it's
go
biting
fishing.
there." Dude, this is the thing. I love my in-laws. They don't watch this shit. Love you guys to death. They freaking use YouTube as their fishing report, Kit. Why do you think they always text us? They're like,
hey.
"Oh, it's biting there."
Yeah,
I'm
it's
like,
biting. Here, this guy posted a video.
Yeah, it's probably
So-
2-3 weeks old.
love,
Yeah, 3 weeks old.
I think the only one who might listen
At
to this,
least.
Fakim, he might be the only one listening to this. Yeah, you freaking Denver mofo. Love you guys to death.
Man, you guys got like an hour commute. Just throw this on real quick. Let it play in the background.
They should.
How could he not be listening?
I think he's the
to
only
that
one.
shit?
He's the only one who listens to us.
You
But-
need to tell them all to listen.
No, but my thoughts are, we tell them to listen, but my thoughts are, man, when you guys are sending us those videos, dude, that was like a while ago.
At least 3 weeks
They're-
minimum.
those videos, they're like, oh, it's biting there. We should go there. I see it all the time. They share it on our chat, and I'm just like, no, guys.
Like, how come you're not sharing the Mop Pop and fishing kit videos?
I know. Why you sharing the other people who edit it? And you could pretty much see that it's not biting there at the moment, guys. It was probably like 2-3 weeks ago.
No, it's funny seeing people like in the comments like, man, this is midsummer right now. There's no leaves on the tree, and there's cars driving on the road, and right now the road's closed, so it can't be right now.
The dew point was 74.2.
Hey, but I give it to them. At least they were very detailed.
Yeah, they are like looking for every single like clue.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that road was closed from like this day to this day, and there's cars driving on that road right now. So this must have been before that day, because right now the road is closed. Like, that's how
This must have
they're
been in the
detailed.
fall.
I'm with
The
you.
leaves are different colors.
They are detailed. The people who ask or like, no, this is not blah blah blah. This is not summer. Or this is not spring. Or this is whatever. They're very detailed.
that road's been closed since May 12th,
It's
and right
pretty
now
funny.
the road is closed. So this was from between this day and that day. There's no
they're
leaves,
the-
there's no snow. They could figure it
They're the
out.
fish snipers.
Yeah.
They're,
Dude,
they're
it's
laying in the weeds,
super funny though, because they're
super
like,
camouflaged, waiting to find
it's
out.
9 degrees and humid. Why are you wearing a sweatshirt? Like, huh? Like, out of nowhere, I'm like, dude, this can't be summer. Somebody actually messaged me, dude, a video because I was wearing a hoodie. Like, there's no way this is, summer. I'm like, it just threw me off, but I totally understand it because they're like so detailed. They look, I didn't even show a different angle. And it's just like, you can see that I was in a hoodie. I was like, holy crap, this is pretty impressive. I was very impressed that they saw those details. Like, there's no way this is summer Iowa. It's no way you're wearing a
It's
hoodie.
funny. The video.
You released a video early spring, and people were like, "When was this?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, this is hilarious because it was last
like
year."
a whole 8 months ago.
Yeah.
But go ahead and check out that hot bite.
But we're not saying don't enjoy it. Enjoy the video because it's
good content.
it's for fun. I really record and I edit that stuff for fishing. Of any videos I do, it's just for fun, man.
But funnily enough, the video I'm releasing tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week, it is from last year.
See,
And I'd forgive you for thinking it was from this week.
Oh, really? Okay.
you won't even
So,
know the difference.
Do you think they're gonna
You
go to
wouldn't
this?
know the difference.
You think they're gonna go to this?
What?
You think that spot would be hot?
What sneak peek?
You're in it, Butters.
Oh snap! Which video is it?
Catching
Catching
some white
what
bass
species? White bass.
and wipers on the kayak.
You know what you should do? This is what you should do.
I think it's almost a year to the day.
On a local lake.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I always-
I know.
I
that's
always
the only
fish
lake
local lake.
That's the only local lake I
Yeah,
know.
we never go. We never
Arlie,
travel. What are you doing?
Arlie, if you're listening, it's out east.
It's a local lake.
Out east.
But yeah, you'll know exactly.
Yeah.
But it's not quite a year from the day, but it's very
Pretty
close.
close.
Very
Hi, Mom.
close.
What's up?
Oh look,
Say hi.
Mrs.
We have the other.
Mop Pop Fishing.
What's up? She's hungry.
What?
Hayden, you want to get on video?
What happened to the chicken nuggets? You didn't want to eat the chicken nuggets. Now you're hungry.
She's getting the chicken nuggets now.
Oh, there's the chicken nuggets.
But that's pretty funny, man, to see how many people who are so detailed.
There's
Just go
some
fishing.
detectives out
Just
there.
go fishing.
Right?
Just
but you
go
know what?
fishing.
But I get it because we live in a society where everybody wants instant
They want-
gratification.
I don't think it's instant gratification. I think people want.
You want to catch fish. You don't want to waste your
They,
time.
they want that confidence that okay, I'm at this spot. I know that fish have been caught at the spot, and it's gonna happen today.
No, this is the thing. You only have a certain amount of time to go fishing. People are lazy. They don't want to waste an hour to figure it out where the fish are
Or
biting.
waste 4 hours.
It's-
What about 17?
Nobody wants to do that.
18?
So they want to know
What about
instant. Like
what about
this-
30 hours a week going
Don't-
flathead fishing? That's probably what I'll
Yeah,
put in
you
this
know,
week.
everybody wants to catch a flathead.
That's not how it works.
at the end of the day?
you
That's
literally
why.
have to put your time in.
But
You literally
normally for fishing, yes, it's fishing.
Yeah, if you want to catch bluegill, yeah, go ahead, dang a worm. Anybody catch that?
Uh-oh. So if you guys are wondering, if Kim is listening, your sister is thirsty.
She's filling up little
She-
cups.
She's
Oh,
filling
no.
up very 4-ounce cups. It looks like so it might get a little dangerous.
To kill you.
It's gonna bring us back to the trip that Fishing Kid and myself took a couple of weeks ago, which
But yeah,
sucked.
anyways, back to that guy.
Oh, yeah.
I should have commented like, dude, if you don't want to share this spot, don't
do it.
Why,
Don't
why,
do
did,
it.
why didn't
Don't
you
do
comment
it.
though?
Don't do it.
You should have. He maybe needed that little umph, like that support.
I should do it right now.
You should have.
I should just go there. Hey, man, this guy threatened to leave your page because you don't want to share the spot.
Then don't share it. Don't even say
Then,
PM me.
you know,
Don't yeah.
I don't think you need followers like that.
You
You
don't.
don't know people like
No.
that. Those are people that are just trying to.
Worst
gain-
case scenario, he
gain
could have
their
just
own-
ignored that comment and just
Unless that is part of your thing, because there are guys out there.
that watch specifically to go to fish at certain places.
But like, funnily enough, Facebook just feeds me shit that I don't want to follow. It's like I have to basically snooze people that I'm not following because Facebook just
They
cramps-
throw them on your feed.
Yeah, they throw 'em on your
like
feed.
advertisements do.
But like, it's not like there's no unfollow because I'm not following. They just force feed you this stuff. But anyways, there's guys out there where that's their thing. They just post like fishing reports, literally like, oh, I went to this spot, this time, this is what I was throwing. They're basically out there to put a fishing report. I'm guessing just to get followers and stuff. You know, that's kind of
they want that internet attaboy.
yeah, that's their shtick.
Yeah. That
So
shtick.
I don't know if this is like part of this guy's is a thing, but if it's not, then if that guy threatens to leave because you're not sharing your spot, let him leave.
Yeah, you don't need people. It's just like they had a customer at our company the other day. It showed up. He came to the house drunk, and
Hold on,
You
time
don't-
out. We
you-
gotta take a time out. We
you
gotta,
don't need
Oh,
people.
we're
You
gonna
don't
share
need
record.
people.
Hold on.
we
So,
gotta-
You don't need people like that.
So if you guys are listening, my wife came down with my littlest,
yours?
youngest one, and my wife decided, like, you know what? You guys are taking over my damn kitchen to record a podcast. We have to drink a damn tequila shot because she's a tequila queen. So,
cheers.
cheers.
Cheers to
Miss Ma- Mrs.
Mrs.
Ma
Ma Pop. Mrs. Ma Pop.
Cheers to Miss Mop.
Cheers. So, oh god, 4 ounces is rough. So, I might as well get into this. I might as well let you guys know. If you guys don't know by now, if you guys are listening to this far into the podcast, truly appreciate it. On top of that, I have completely quit my job. Holy shit. I quit my job today, guys.
He quit his day job.
I quit my day job.
What?
I have completely quit my day job. I am selling sports cards pretty much full time, and
We're in the wrong business, Butters.
the
No.
hell are we doing?
Like
But-
fishing guide.
Hold on.
Why do I
What?
want to be a fishing
Hold on.
guide?
Why do I clean ducks
But-
and dryers for a living?
But on top of that, what this is going to allow me to do is, like I just said, sell sports cars for a living because I love sports. And then I created the other channel, Mop Pop Sports. Now I'm going to be able to fish a little bit more so I can record from Mop Pop Fishing. And
We're in the wrong business.
And it's not the wrong business. Hold on,
We're not quitting our jobs.
I'm dedicating myself to this because now I have a little bit more time. I can record with Fishing Kid to do maybe at least 2 podcasts a month. So
So does that mean more fishing videos for Mop Pop Fishing or
yes, it should be more fishing videos for Mop Pop Fishing. Should be more videos for Beerfish Fanatics. The podcast should be more videos for Mop Pop Sports. So if you guys enjoy this shit, feel free. Number one, go to Firetrucker. Go get a beer. Say you listen to our shit. Get a $1 off your beer. Number one. Number two, freaking Whisker Seeker, badass of them. I didn't mention this earlier, but they are gonna give us pretty much any listeners 15% off all their orders if you order online if it's $25 or more.
That's badass.
I wish I'd have known that.
Yeah, this is not a promo shit.
It's
I'm
all
just,
right, though.
I'm just completely throwing this shit out there because I just thought of this now, but because they sent it to me. But huge shout out to Whisker Seeker to allow us to do that. So if you guys want to support us for all this, and I literally had quit my job today. I shit you guys not. I literally turned in all my work shit today because I am 100% selling sports cars for a living and doing YouTube for Mop Pop Sports, doing YouTube for Mop Pop Fishing, and Beerfish Fanatics. I am 1,000% committed on this shit. And then ask my wife how much she's so excited about this. She's probably like, this is stupid. But
The question is, do you have her support?
she's like, you know what, you're an idiot, but you know what, I married you because
You gotta
what did I
learn.
say to you?
So you have her.
So
support.
this is my thought. This is my thoughts. This is my thoughts. Because everybody goes, dude, you're freaking crazy. You got 4 daughters. I go, hell
That's
yeah.
what everybody says when you do something different from the norm.
But my thoughts are, this is my thing. If I am crazy, so what does it make you that married me? If I'm the crazy one, but you married me, okay? And if you're my friend and I'm the crazy one, so what does it make you?
She's the sane one, right?
You could be the same one, but if you're a sane one hanging out with the crazy guy.
I'm just trying to get brownie points because
But
I heard
yes,
she got some friends or something.
if you guys listen to this far,
You got
obviously,
a couple friends?
Yeah, I think she does.
I'm kind of radical, but
so help support me. So every sports card you guys buy on my eBay store and everything, every video you guys watch, every subscriber you guys do, it helps supports my family. It really does.
how are Ja Morant cards going?
Shit, because we can talk about that.
On the
You want
side.
to join? You want to join me on my Pop Sports? It's been growing a little bit, a couple hundred subs now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of that on TikTok. Guys,
But yeah,
like
his
slinging
so by the way,
cards.
yeah, he's the one. He's suspended 25 games
Yeah.
for next year. So
Yeah.
I have no idea what you guys are
Should
talking
have
about.
been should have been half
And
the season.
before
for being an
everyone
idiot.
starts clicking off because they have no idea what the hell you guys are talking about. Let's
Let's get back
get
on
back
topic.
on track because I'm about to check out too because I have no idea.
dude, we
what
just
you guys
brought
are
up sport one sentence.
But
dude.
anyways, the fact that Whisker Seeker is gonna give our listeners
15%
That's a hell
off.
of a deal. That's a hell
of a
If-
deal.
Any order. No, this is the thing. They sent it to me today. It goes, we appreciate you guys. A couple years now that we support you guys, and anyone who listens to Beerfish Fanatics, it's just loyal fans. They go 15% off any orders, and we're gonna get you guys that code if it's $25 or more on the online order. That's it. Simple as that.
I just bought some of their lights, some 80-pound monoline, and their hooks from Johnson Bait and Tackle.
See,
But
you're
don't
supporting.
be mad at
them.
me, Whisker Seeker. I have one of your rods, and I also have your Whisker stick, but I wanted to dabble in the Mad Cats, and I bought a Mad Cats rod.
Oh.
But I'm probably gonna buy another Whisker Seeker because I like them.
Dude, I still have a Whisker Seeker rod at
Never even
Bo
touched
Lowe's home. Not right now. It's in his garage. Bo, if you listen to this,
You never touched it?
I haven't touched it yet
Oh, my.
since last year. So
Since the winter.
Since the winter,
I'm gonna go pee on that note.
so if you guys are listening, I think we had this episode maybe December.
Something like that.
Something like that. So we said, like, yeah, me, Fishing Kit, and Bo bought these rods. I still haven't touched it. I still have not even went to go pick it up. That goes to show you how crazy our life is. But I found the freaking reel that I bought for it. It's a Cast King reel.
Sharky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bait feeder.
Yes.
Yep.
And I was like, I picked up the box because I was cleaning up because we have, my in-law coming in town today. Shout out to Dan. You suck because your flight got delayed. But anyways.
Well, he don't listen to this.
Yeah, he don't listen to this shit anyways, guy.
Even though he fishes.
Yeah, guy. But yeah, I found a freaking reel downstairs. I'm like, oh my God, it's been a year. It's literally going to be a year since we bought the rod. And I haven't even.
Years
Almost.
pushing it.
Getting close.
Winter time.
Well, I need
6 months.
6 months. But I love those rods. Those catfish and freaking carp rods, they are just fun. I wouldn't even say they're like super sexy or anything, but they're just fun when you fight a 5-pound channel cat.
5-10 pound channel cat.
It's just fun. For some reason, those catfish, I don't know, man. The way they designed it, it's just super fun when you're fighting those fish.
Yeah, it's like a
catfish.
I mean, I guess
Yeah.
for somebody that doesn't know, it's kind of like a medium light, moderate action kind of rod. So I find myself using the catfish and carp rods more. Well, because we're not catching 20, 30, 40 pound blue catfish here in central Iowa. We're catching 5, and a 10-pound channel cat is
rare.
That's a big fish for Iowa.
Yes.
If I'd have hooked into that flathead last night with that catfish carp rod,
Still crying?
Maybe
Still
you
crying?
would
probably would have
Yeah.
done more than.
Maybe you brought
maybe
a-
you would have landed it. Who knows?
I
I
know.
was using my Whisker Seeker medium heavy.
Who knows? Maybe it was just
Too strong.
too strong, and you would have finessed it.
Yeah, just slowly finesse.
Maybe
that
use
big old catfish.
Next time, use 100-pound test line, so you don't have
Maybe
to
a
have
steel
any
leader,
excuses.
huh?
I'm just, or it could be the knot you
Maybe
tied on
she
the
had
leader.
Well, I know if I would have landed it, I would have taken a picture. So there's that.
But yeah, those
There's that.
catfish and carp rods are fun.
They're fun. It's one of the and I don't mind laying those ones down. That's the one thing about the rods. Like I don't with the Whisker Seeker rods, I don't get nervous when I lay it down or whatever. It's catfish. We're just fishing for catfish.
Whoa, what's wrong with catfish? Are they like
No.
lesser than other fish? Or
No,
something?
because
They're
when
not a walleye.
no, when you
Oh,
use
yeah,
your
yeah,
other
yeah.
rods that are, well, at least
well, they're not
Me-
a $200
That's-
walleye rod.
well, that's what I'm trying to say. You're not gonna just lay $200-$300 rod, $500 rods down.
What are
on
you
the-
running on your reel? Because my catfish combos are $300 a piece.
Damn.
Yeah, that's about right.
So I mean,
That's about right.
I don't like laying it down.
No, my other
but I do.
My other stupid rods that I listen to my in-laws. Well, I wouldn't say listen to them.
Bless
but,
you.
Dang it.
But it's about it's probably $600 setup. I have I
How
use
much?
St. Croix.
That's
'cause
way too much.
What?
money.
How much was that?
It's about 6.
$100.
Yeah, that's why I don't buy no more, dude. That's why the boss lady goes done, no more.
For
I
a
learned
rod
my
and
lesson.
reel combo?
Well, you gotta think.
That's a lot of money.
Okay, St. Croix, it's a St.
Bless
Croix
you.
rod with that. It's about $250-ish, and then the rod is what you call
You mean the
Shimano.
reel?
Yeah,
The reel?
No, the reel's $250, and the rod is $250. It's $500.
For what kind of reel?
What you want? Shimano
Bless you.
Stratics. They're all Stratics.
Oh, if it's a Stratic, yeah.
Yeah. I'm not saying like, oh, I'm so proud of it. I'm just like, you can't just lay that shit down. And we live in Iowa and we bank fish.
Yeah.
And you lay that shit down when you're trying to land your fish.
Well, usually when I'm fishing with my walleye rods, I have them in my hand, and then the only things that I put in down or put them is a catfish rod.
You don't put what? When you're catching like wipers or white bass, you don't Like,
I have rod holders.
put it aside.
I have rod holders.
How do you land you guys' fish? How do you land your fish? Like, no, seriously, you catch
Oh,
a one.
when you catch a fish and then you
Yeah.
put it to the side.
You don't put it on the
Oh,
ground.
I'll lay it on the ground.
See,
Yeah, 2 seconds. It's no
Okay.
different than putting it
But-
down anywhere
but-
else. But I'm
no,
not gonna.
I'm with you
I'm
on
not gonna
that.
lay it in the sand.
But my thoughts are, then I just like, holy shit, hold
don't
on.
wanna
This
put
is
a
like
reel
a
down in the sand.
$600 setup. Do you just lay it on the ground or lay it on the
So,
rocks?
Legit. So, what is your most expensive setup? Combo, I should
way
say.
more.
That I paid for, or do I got handed down from the in-laws?
that you
Just the
paid
one that.
for. You paid
no,
for.
both. Like, what's your most expensive combo? What that whether that's given to you or
It's
you buy yourself? $600.
Yeah, because
Between
the
the
rod
rod
you
and the
paid
reel?
for.
Yeah,
that
rod and
you
reel.
paid for.
that I pay for.
Ooh, man,
That's why I'm never.
That's a kayak.
But that's why I'm never doing it again. I mean,
that's a
but this is the
kayak,
thing
bro.
because you have to understand. This is cheap. I don't know
Cheap?
whoever. Have you not known John?
Hey, it's relative. Cheap is relative.
You don't
exactly.
Need, you don't need a.
You
I caught
catch
a
a
40. I caught a 41-pound
You can
flathead
catch
on
anything
a
with a
freaking
stick.
on a Walmart ugly stick.
No, I'm with you, but
You-
but you asked me the question. I gave you
so
the
your
answer.
most expensive combo is $600.
Yes,
Wow.
and I'm not saying I'm proud of it.
that's 2 of my combos combined.
I'm telling you right now, if I could go back and change it,
And you paid for this setup.
yeah, because I got into that mindset with the in-law, like, oh, you gotta get this guards. This stupid reel is so smooth, blah blah blah.
It's so light, you can cast all day.
Okay, so,
It casts itself.
so
I've
I-
heard the argument. I've
So
heard the
I
argument.
fell into it, and they're like, "But it's a difference between when the fish is, fighting you." Blah.
I've
We hear
heard
it
the
all.
argument.
We
I've
hear
heard
it
the
all.
argument.
So
I know your brother-in-law.
was it worth it? My thoughts are, it's sexy. It feels great. It would have felt a lot better if that setup was $100, but it didn't.
Yeah, was the sexiness worth $500 extra dollars?
So my thoughts are, this is my thing. So and I tell the wifey this all the time. I go, I'm done. I go, I'm over trying to get.
The fancy stuff.
Yeah,
You don't need it.
I don't need it, but I have it now. I have it all.
I think you
I'm
need
good.
it for certain species, but certain species
You get what
don't.
you're paid. You get what you pay
Yeah,
for up
yeah.
to a certain point.
To a certain point.
This is the thing. I mean, we might have to ask like a professional fisherman. Like, is there a real difference on your rod set and reels and everything? We can talk us. We're the weekend warriors. At the end of the day, we are.
I'm not gonna sit here and listen to you talk about this and be like, oh, I can go get
Yeah.
a rod from Walmart
Butter's got some fancy setups too, man.
and be like, oh, it's the same as
It's not
a St. Croix walleye, $150 rod that I pay. It's not the same. You don't get
not.
the same sensitivity as that $30 rod as you do from $150
100%.
St. Croix.
But can you
don't.
can you tell the difference between? Let's just say this. This is a question we should probably ask like a pro fisherman. Can you tell honestly the difference between a $200 rod and a $1,000 rod? Can you really tell the difference?
Probably not.
$200
Probably not.
pretty. I mean, to me, no, they're
Who?
my in-law
Who?
John.
For what? Freshwater fish?
Yes, all of them. All his rods are $800 minimum.
You need to tell John to start handing me his money instead
It
of
may-
going shopping.
I guess we need to get into whatever John's working.
What does he do for a living?
I-
I need to get into that.
I'm just
industry. Holy
saying,
crap.
his rods are $800, and then I don't even want to know what his reels are, but I've seen what they shop for. I could probably estimate his setup is probably well over a G.
What's
well
he,
over a grand.
what's he fish for on average? Like
Same thing as us
Really?
He's
Where's he live?
in Denver. But
high cost of living.
But it's his. But that doesn't matter, dude. I think that's just his
High
niche.
cost of living, high paying job.
But that's it. No. So I understand the reason why I can understand this is I'm a golfer. I love golf. So if you talk to a golfer, like your club set and everything, when you hit the ball, it's like completely different. Like, what's the difference between a $1,000 set and a $200 set? A lot.
But not
A
well.
lot.
That's a whole set though.
True.
How
No, driver too, because you can get a easily 20 $30 driver, or you want to get a $300, $400, $500 driver, I will go for the $300 to $400 driver. It makes a big difference in golf. But that's the only way I can kind of justify what he spends on his fishing setup.
That's why I say, you get what you pay for up to a certain point.
I think so too.
And then you reach a point of diminishing returns.
I would think so. At least for fishing. I don't know, man. I mean, I could be wrong.
It's kind of like cars. You buy one, and the minute you take it off the lot, you lose 10 G.
I think that's why I want to ask, like, a true professional fisherman that fish for a living, and this is their life. Like, your rod, most likely.
Can
They're
they
probably
pertain between
that $1,000 rod
to a $200 rod. $200 rod's pretty pricey.
That $1,000 rod that they're using was probably just given to them. Like, hey, I'm your sponsor. Here's that $1,000 rod.
So, but I want to really ask them, like, maybe like put a.
Is it really worth a G?
Like, if they're paying you,
I just had somebody tip me. Shout out to Jake, by the way. I just had somebody tip me today.
Jake.
But I want to ask them like offline or something.
He tipped me 4 rods on a dryer job.
He
gave me 4 legit rods, 3 loos and another
fancy.
rod.
Because I'll tell you this right now. When it comes to golfing, I can tell you like the top, in my opinion, the top drivers and everything. Once you get to that level, they're all about the same. I feel like
What's that level?
Just the way they correct the ball.
No, like I'm talking about price wise.
Probably a great driver, maybe $300, $400 for a driver.
How does swinging a club correct a ball if it's more money?
I
don't understand
the club can help fix if you hit the ball, slice. It can help fix it. And the angle and all that stuff.
I slice to the right all the time.
Well, then you don't golf. Then enough. So, but yes, it makes a difference. It makes a difference.
Right. Well,
but the fisherman,
that's what I want to know. You get what you pay for up to a certain point, then you just reach a point of diminishing return.
That's
return, not diminishing.
Like, you're paying so much more for this barely.
Do you notice it? That's why.
That's slight difference.
$1,000 versus a $200 rod. I can't see the difference. And the reason why I say this is because I've actually used both.
Yeah, like going
because I use my in-laws.
And you can't see the difference.
I couldn't. But then again, I'm an amateur. Like, I just a weekend warrior. So that's why I want to ask a professional. Like, can you really?
You've had enough weekends to not be a weekend warrior.
You gotta quit. 3 years in,
you gotta you gotta quit playing that card.
But this is the thing.
I'm a newbie.
You've been harping.
4 years.
You've been harping on him.
I am a newbie, but
you're not a newbie.
Yes, I am.
Give it up.
But
you're seasoned.
Yeah. But it's the thing. I can
talk
tell
about sticks. Like, this stick gotta go. He just sucks.
Jesus, thanks, guy.
Tell me how you really feel.
But this is the thing, though.
I'm just a new at the sport.
He's only been doing it for like 4 years.
5 years.
No big deal.
But I can feel the difference between just the Walmart special, Target special. I can tell the difference between even $100 rod and what I use. But I can't tell the difference between a $1,000 rod and a $200 rod.
That's the whole point of, you've reached the point of diminishing returns.
So that's why
especially if you're buying the same type of rod that you're trying to do the same thing with when it comes to like $100 rod versus $1,000 rods. Trying to do the same thing, you're barely going to notice the difference. Sure. I mean, after 1,000 casts, it might make a difference. Let's say you're tired after 900 casts versus 1,000 casts.
It's a 1 ounce, 2 ounce difference, I guess, right? Or the rods? Is that what it is?
I think that's what it comes down to. Like, you're just paying more and more for less and less of an advantage.
Depends on what you're fishing for. If you're throwing musky lures, it don't matter what rod you're using.
It might. If you're casting 100 times.
No.
Let's say
100. That's an easy day.
Yeah, we gotta get Matt back on. I'm gonna ask Matt
this.
That's
an easy day.
Okay, $200. $100 rod, musky rod versus a $200.
I think $200.
I think the difference.
I think the more you spend on a musky rod, the better you're gonna get.
Yeah, because you're casting big weights.
Yeah. You need. I think
that
on
makes
a
sense.
musky rod, you need to spend at least $300 to $400.
It scales differently versus what you're trying to fish for. It scales differently. But like, let's say you're gonna go after crappies.
You don't need
a $50 rod versus $100 rod. You
just
might
need
notice the
question.
difference.
You just need an ultralight combo. It could be a cheapo from
know-
Walmart.
Yeah, from like $30 and $100, you might tell the difference between a $30 crappie rod versus
think you
$100. But then up from there,
Yeah,
it's just gonna be smaller and smaller.
I
the
will say
differences.
this: I did go out and buy a panfish rod this year. I bought it.
St. Croix?
Fancy.
Yeah, I bought a St.
Yeah,
Croix.
they're
Fancy?
nice.
And
I have one.
they are unreal. They are nice.
Nice.
Oh,
I have
They
one.
are nice because you literally, it's like put the kids to bed, but it's like not wearing a condom. You feel everything.
Holy shit, you kind of right on that. I never thought of it
You
that
feel
way.
every single little tick on those.
Yeah,
on that little
but-
panfish rod. It's nice.
Wait, hold on.
What?
St. Croix. That's what Kim and stuff runs, right?
That's what I read. Yeah, that's what the
I've got
I've
got three
They jump
St.
into
Croix
the
rods.
mega bass now too, though.
I've got two icons. One's broken, needs to send it in, get it fixed, and then I bought a panfish rod.
You have
this
an
year.
Avid, right? Do you have an Avid?
No.
What's the
I just have to-
What's the panfish St. Croix? Is that the
Right
Avid?
there. No, the Avid is like the mid tier. Like that's all.
what's
That's
the-
all I run is
So,
my
okay.
Avids.
Anyways, so Kim, I used one of his St. Croix. It was a panfish rod. What's their like mid range
It's either Avid or
Avid or something?
It's the panfish.
The panfish. It's just called the panfish.
Yeah, they have
So that's what, like 150.
150 bucks
150-ish.
for a
150
panfish.
Yeah.
It's like 150.
Man, what I used.
I use it all crappie season. It was amazing.
Man, I don't
No?
know, dude.
What?
No, not for me. Like, so we were down on one of our fishing trips. My rods were like either locked. Somebody had my keys, and my truck was locked or something.
Or we might have been sleeping.
I have a feeling alcohol
Or
was
somebody's sleeping.
involved.
But anyways, so I was like, okay, so we're gonna take Kim's truck, and he's got his rods in the back. And I was like, oh, yeah, man, here's the St. Croix panfish rod. Like, these guys talk so highly of it. And I just started using it like, I do not like this rod. Like, I can't feel.
Had to been the Avid.
It was a panfish rod. Because he had, like, crappie jigs tied onto it. And those guys, they're all about their, this rod for this rod for that.
Yeah.
And it was a St. Croix. It was the panfish rod that we talk about.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this rod kind of sucks. I wish
What sucked about it though?
I couldn't feel anything.
What?
And it was like super soft.
You had to been using something hard.
No, it was a St. Croix just throwing crappie jigs. And I'm like, I wish I had my.
I feel every little
No
tick
way,
on
dude.
mine.
and I'm
dude.
like, I wish I had my,
See, this
my
is- this is-
cheapo.
hold on.
My cheapo.
Yeah.
I don't know, $40.
This is why
I
we
think, I
have.
think you had the wrong rod.
This
No,
is why we
no,
have
dude.
conversations.
The panfish. I even asked him about it. Like,
Really?
I was like,
It was a St. Croix panfish rod.
yeah.
Like it said panfish.
I had the
Yeah,
Okay.
And I
Because
even
I
asked
have it
him.
in my car.
I have
And
not.
it says-
I have another.
It says
one too.
panfish on it.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
What? Was it too flimsy or you just couldn't feel
You just
shit?
didn't like how flimsy it was, or what?
It was too soft. I couldn't feel
Like
anything.
too-
Okay, I can
So you
understand
needed
that.
more firmness in the rod. To me, when you say too soft,
yeah.
I couldn't feel anything.
that means to me like you can feel everything.
No, I couldn't feel anything.
That's-
Like I'd be like catching grass and shit, and I
you
couldn't
wouldn't feel
tell if it was a fight or not.
Really?
But then I'm thinking
What-
like,
What kind of line did he have on it though?
So
that,
is it-
that comes
he-
into play too.
wow.
Okay, yeah.
Though all those guys, they're all about their fancy stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
they use
fancy
fancy
rod,
lines
fancy
too.
reel, fancy
Fancy line.
line.
Gotta have top line and everything.
Yeah.
They do. My,
And
that's
I'm
how
like-
I
That's
do.
how I am.
Hey, we love you guys. Don't get us wrong, but we just can't afford your cost of living.
No, but I'm like, I do not like this setup.
Really?
Like, I wish I had my own setup right now. And it's like my crappie stuff. I ain't going. I mean, I ain't buying the cheapest of the
You don't
cheap.
have to, you don't have to, but
I know, but I
But-
used a
but
fancier
you
setup
use the
with
good
the
stuff.
fancy of the fancies. And I'm like, I do not like this ain't doing it. I wish I had my, I don't know what my total cost for the combo was, maybe $100 total rod reel, but his, the rod itself is like $150, and the reel was
so,
But
$150.
maybe you're
so you had to use a rod and reel that you aren't used to with somebody else's.
yeah, but it doesn't change the fact that I couldn't feel what the lure was doing.
Man,
whether
that's weird.
whether I'm used to it or not. And because I was like, I'm catching weeds or maybe I was getting bites. I couldn't feel the
You
thump.
couldn't tell the difference.
I couldn't feel the thump.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that
Maybe that's-
issue. I'm opposite of that.
I'm
with
gonna
that
be.
rod.
I'm
Maybe
gonna-
because I'm used to like fast action everything. And
It could
then
be.
maybe that
Maybe.
rod was like a medium fast action.
Oh, those are freaking set up for fast. That's why I'm like so weird that you couldn't feel anything.
I was like, yeah, I was like, well,
I think-
Like,
I was
I,
asking
I was
about it.
catching.
Actually, I
I was
think-
catching walleye. On
Actually,
that
I think
rod.
I remember
Walleye.
you.
Yeah,
When
I
we
was
came
like-
back, you were like, "Man, this sucks."
like, sorry.
I think you remember you said that. I'm like, "What? What do you mean? That's like,
Like-
a freaking $500 setup."
Like,
It
I'm sorry.
sucks, Gort.
This rod sucks.
I think I remember him saying that. He's
This
like,
ain't doing it.
Guards, this sucks.
This ain't
man."
doing it for
I
me.
think he did say that. But I'm like, dude, but you know what? Maybe you might be right. Like you're so set in your feel, in your way, that completely changed you.
No, I mean,
don't
it doesn't
know.
change the fact that I could feel the bite or not.
That's his opinion. That's his opinion, though.
that's just how I
he felt.
feel.
That's how he felt.
Oh man, all the St. Croix listeners, they're gonna be like, "You suck, fishing kid is the best," but actually, is not.
I don't know.
I'm a St. Croix fan.
I've
Don't
caught,
get me
I've
wrong.
caught more walleye since I bought St. Croix rods. So
Oh boy, you sound.
that's
you-
all I gotta
you
say
sounding
about
like me.
that.
Hey, I'm with you. All my.
That's all I gotta say.
Go look at my.
about
I know
that.
he's a rich guy now.
I know, rich guy. How's
Who?
your fancy
You.
setup? You're St. Croix guy.
Listen, I'm
over here.
single, ladies. If you're listening, hey.
My pop, Mrs. My pop's fishing coworkers.
But
hey,
I am single. My mom's a nurse, so I can get down with
yeah, you
those
can
people.
relate.
Yeah.
My mom's
I
not
look
a
at it
nurse.
this way: if I'm gonna spend this much time fishing, I might as well have good equipment, and I look at it as an investment because I'm not a kid anymore. You know, I treat my stuff a little bit better. I don't throw it around unless I lose a 70-pound flathead.
I've seen you throw your stuff.
You
around a
have
little
seen
bit.
my throwing my. I threw an ice rod one time.
I think
I think
there's
that's the one
okay.
time.
I hope that didn't pick up on the mic. I was trying to be sneaky with it.
Sneaky. Ladies, you didn't hear that.
But my thoughts are: this is the thing. There's a fine line. You hit. I think you hit my eyes.
There's a
my opinion.
there's a level.
200.
To me,
I really think $200
Oh,
for every rod that I've like fished, and I fish with the expensive ones, and I fish with the cheap ass ones. I think the $200 mark, for some reason, once you hit the $200 mark, that's about it. I don't think it
For a rod?
Yes,
or reel or combo.
a little bit of both. Like $200 for the rod, $200 for the reel.
My
So
max.
$400.
So my-
$400 setup.
So my max combined.
But I don't think it gets better after
It's
that.
$300. I'm not going over that for any setup.
But you see what I'm saying though?
Ever.
No. Okay, so you're at 3. I'm at 400. I think once you hit the $200 rod, once you hit the $200 reel, I can't see the difference.
I'm at
after that.
like 160 for both over here.
I just bought
That's still a $6. That's a $300 setup.
No,
So-
I'm saying no, combined 160.
So-
You telling me you can't tell the difference?
I could probably
between-
tell different, but at that point, I'm like, it's
Depends on
not
what you're-
worth it. It's
depends
not
on
worth
what-
it.
Wait.
It depends on what you're targeting. Also, I mean that
You fish with a St. Croix Avid, yeah?
I also fished with St. Croix panfish, and I was like,
No. Avid's a little bit. It's like
What
I don't know, man. It's like butter to me, bro.
what do you use for your wiper rods? Like what do you use for those?
So my medium, like my bigger jigging rod, is like, I don't know, $100, and my reel is like 50. Yeah, that's about where.
So 150.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at.
You don't listen. You don't need the fanciest shit.
No, the catch fish. No,
You
And
don't.
Bottom line, we can all agree with that.
You
yes.
can go like I caught a 41-pound flathead last year on a freaking ugly stick that I pulled from my buddy's lawn mowing shed.
Yeah,
Didn't even know what pound test was. on it.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't
I
matter.
Get it.
See that's
But-
different.
If you want a good casting and a good quality rod that you can feel every single little thing that you can as you're reeling it back in,
Yeah.
a St. Croix is the way to go. or a lose.
I'm not gonna
lose aren't bad, but I love St. Croix. I'm partial to it.
My favorite rod that I can actually like pinpoint like what brand and how much I paid for was this not 13 Fishing, but it was a Hellbender.
Really?
I forgot who makes it. I paid $30 at a fisherman swap meet. Is a medium light. That was my favorite rod.
Really? What's your okay?
$30.
Great question.
But the reason why I don't use it anymore is because, well, I bought a new reel for it, and that reel was a Sharky. I think it was a Shark. No. It was like a mid-range Shimano, I think. So I'm pretty sure it had like either 1,000 size Shimano on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out on Bo's father-in-law's boat. And we weren't catching shit. I just had the lure dangling a foot underneath the water.
Broke the tip.
No.
No, he
Took
lost
the
it. He
whole
lost the
thing?
rod.
A fish bit it, took it out.
Took it out.
And that was my favorite rod.
Oh my gosh.
What's your? No, I know you say this like he said this is like the third time you said because you must really like that rod.
Dude, it was like, well, I think part
Maybe
of the
the
reason
second
why I
time
liked
I've
it.
heard
No,
the
it's
story.
okay though.
The reason why I liked it so much because I didn't spend shit for it.
Yeah.
And I caught so many fish on
That's like.
But it was your go-to rod.
It
It's
was.
like real, yeah.
That's-
Your
that's
set,
like my
go-to
ugly
setup.
stick.
Yeah.
What is your go-to? Like this is the greatest. Doesn't matter whatever it costs. What is your setup? Because I get that.
No matter what it costs.
No matter what it costs. What was your favorite setup that you've ever had? Like this is fun, loving. This is my
like
favorite
this
setup.
It
question.
was that Hellbender.
Really?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It was
your hellbender.
It was cheap. I caught tons of fish on it. And I lost that rod to a fish.
So what
After
can you
not
say?
catching shit all day.
So what
and
do you
it's just
say?
dangling in the back of the boat like a foot.
He's
not
still
even.
mad. He's still mad. Can you
Yeah, I
hear
don't
him?
wanna hear it.
He's
I can-
mad. He's like, I want
I
that
wouldn't say
rod
mad.
back.
He's just like he's sad that he lost the rod. I get it.
Yeah. That Hellbender.
What's your favorite like of all time? Like just your setup, like whatever the cost is. What's your favorite setup?
Like
that
if we're
just-
talking recently,
any
or
your whole life,
anytime.
anytime.
One that you can remember. Let's pinpoint what the setup was.
I think as a 37-year-old man, my most enjoyable setup has been the Whisker Seeker stick that I paired with a little fluger, a 38-inch ice rod. And this spring, I had a hell of a fun time catching channel cats with that. It was a blast.
Yeah.
I mean, he witnessed it. One time I was with him and I was standing over there talking to him and I look over and that little pole was just bent over
30
touching
inch,
the
38
water.
inch.
I'm like, holy cow, that's crazy. And I think that combo is probably my favorite because it's you don't know what the hell's going on. You know,
Yeah.
you don't have any feel on it. You throw 17-pound test or whatever and you got no control of the fish. It's kind of fun. I like it. I loved dealing with it. And
It's a fun rod.
I caught more channel cats on that rod than I did my actual Whisker Seeker this spring on ice out channel cats. So
Man,
yeah, little 38-inch ice, and I never caught one this ice fishing season with it.
no shit.
But that's probably my favorite setup.
My favorite setup, I don't have anymore. Don't give it back to me. I love you, Buck Game. But for some reason, he gave me the Mega Bass to swap it. So this is my favorite setup. It was a medium light Avid that I purchased myself, and I had a Stratic FL, and it was the 1000 set. For some reason, I had confident. It just felt so good. And then we went down a trip. Then my brother-in-law, hey, Gords, we're flipping it out. I'm like, huh? I'm like, whatever. Like, we're flipping it out, all right?
Switching?
He's switching. So he gave me the Mega Bass rod, and to this day,
I think that was the trip where I used his St. Croix panfish. I was like,
Yeah.
man,
I love,
man.
and no, but the thing, he goes, but Buck A, his wife she loves this rod. I go, well, shit, I'm not going to argue that. Your wife loves the rod, the feel of it.
Is she the one that kicked our asses last year?
Yeah,
Yes.
she caught the stripers and shit.
And he goes, but she loves the feel of those rods.
Sister A.
Yeah.
Sister A.
Kim's wife.
And
Kim's wife.
she loves
She kicked our ass.
And she loves the cork and everything. I go, oh, shit, then for some reason, I guess that rod has the mojo. And I was just like, nah, that was always, for some reason, that rod felt great. Just catching, casting, and just everything. And then when I had the Stratic on that, the older Stratic, not the C4 ones, the CI4 ones, it was the older Stratic. I think it's the FKs. It was the FK. I think it was the FK.
What's it now?
I don't know. It went CI4 and then I don't know.
Well, CI4 is like a different tier of the Stratic.
Yeah.
I don't know shit about Stratic.
But I had the FK one, and for some reason it was so just pure for me. But no, I get that one. She goes, oh man, my sister-in-law loves that. I gotta give that to
what
her.
a guy,
brother.
man.
I gotta give that.
Good family.
But then the brother-in-law gives me a mega bass. I was like, oh, I can't lie. This is pretty sick too. But I hate the stupid hook on the bottom.
The hook
hook
holder.
holder.
There's a whole nother topic.
Why? So stupid.
Why do you do that, rod producers?
Don't
Why
know.
why do you put
No,
that
it's-
little hook catcher
It's
way down
Underneath
low?
the handle.
I think-
Underneath
Yeah,
the
it's just
handle.
stupid.
Then we had a conversation with him.
stupid.
I think it's a Japanese ones, right, or something.
No,
No.
American
Is it?
produced.
I've seen American rods like that.
I heard it's a bass thing.
I
Some
think
people
it's a
say
bass thing.
Oh, is that what it is?
Well,
But how
some
does
people
that
say
help?
it's a bass thing. Some people say it's a Japanese thing, but I don't know. I think with the with the bait caster, if the hook keeper is on the handle, you can put a rod sleeve over it without snagging up the lure.
Yep.
But I freaking hate it.
I mean,
So speaking
So
of
you're
that,
just walking. You're carrying three poles.
yeah, it's like you got to hook
And-
down here, you got to
yeah.
hook up here, you got to hook over
And
here.
it makes it so
Exactly.
awkward. It makes it inconvenient.
Yeah, and going back to the Hellbender, the rod that I replaced that Hellbender with was the Daiwa, and the hook, guess where the hook keepers is?
Down low.
the
I
bottom.
hate it. I hate it so much.
I remember you complaining about
I
it.
was like, this is stupid. Like, why would they put this down? I've hooked myself.
Yeah, all the time. When you're trying to grab your shit, you just like, aye.
I guess if you had all your rods where the hook keeper is in that same spot, no big deal. But when 4 out of 5 rods, the hook keeper is above the reel, and then the one down there,
Yeah, it's
you're
inconvenience.
grabbing everything else
Yeah.
in the same spot.
So stupid.
But then even with that Daiwa, like I'll hook the the hook down there. As soon as it gets any, like if the rod gets bent at all, it just comes unhooked, and then my lure just pops off.
Free dangle.
just flings.
Free dangle.
Yeah.
Oh,
Never had that problem with the regular hook keeper where it's above the handle, but when it's below it, if it's hooked down there, and let's say I don't know, I bend the rod tip down a little bit,
Why
it
is
loses
that?
tension.
You're
then
right.
it pops off, right?
Why is that?
Right? You noticed that, right?
yeah. No, you're right. Why is that?
I don't know. I don't have a rod like that.
It just
so you can't ask
loses
me that
tension
question.
Yeah.
because with the hook keeper,
But it should still lose tension if it's above.
no, but
and you
it's just,
bend it.
It's just a different style because you hook
wonder.
it in it's like a loop that you put it in for the ones above the handle, but the ones that are below, it's just like this. I don't know, this little dangly thing.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, it's true. It's so
They just
true.
need to stop putting the hook
Below
holder.
the below the
They
handle.
just need to stop doing
I heard
that.
it's because
They need to stop
Gotta
doing
be.
it's because when people put rod sleeves, if the hook keeper is above the handle,
Yeah.
and then
it
there's
that. It'll
hooks,
get caught.
it gets tangled,
Yeah.
and that's the reason why.
But if it's down low, it won't.
but it's
I
down
get
low.
that,
But I think it's stupid.
It's annoying.
pretty stupid, man.
It's annoying.
But you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
When you hook it down low,
It's so
and then
weird.
Once it loses tension,
It's just like
it
flings.
pops off.
Yeah,
Yeah, it pops
and then,
off.
And then it's just a flying hook.
Yeah.
It's like danger.
It's like, oh my god, like dude, I gotta hook it and tighten it down again.
Yeah. No, I agree.
You like Kakuma?
I do
I
like
just
Akuma.
bought a cold water bait feeder.
I got a Akuma rod. Actually, that's the one that I'm talking about that I hate. But their reels, I like their reels.
The reels are good.
I just bought an Akuma,
Yeah, the reels are
bait feeder reel.
Actually, that's one of my
Cold water.
Actually, that's one of my favorite ice fishing reels. Is my Kuma.
Akuma.
Right.
I think they have good product. It's just that whole idea behind
I think
the hook keeper being down there. To me, it's inconvenient because if you're an avid angler and you're carrying 3-4 rods, and the one rod is misplaced versus the other ones, that's just an inconvenience.
So you
for
got to
carrying
get
them.
all your rods the same way.
Unless you're in a boat and you can store them or whatever, but it's an inconvenience if you're hopping from spot to spot.
It's stupid.
It's not.
I'm not a fan.
Yeah, I'm not. It's like trash on the banks. Not a fan.
Not a fan.
Not a fan. Want to punch you in the face.
It's like,
Take it with you when you leave. Pretty simple concept.
see, when you're, unless you really know your rods, when you go out and buy a rod, like, okay, I like the way this feels, I like this action. Like, you look at the eyes, they're all lined up.
Yeah.
One of the last things you look at is where the hook keeper is. Then you take it home. And
You're like, this is dumb.
Yeah, it's like, this is the perfect rod.
Why?
Except for the hook
Why did you
keeper.
put that little thing down there when it should be 6 inches up high?
So my bait caster, my Johnny Morris Bass Pro Shop. That's when I first encountered this thing. I was like, this is stupid where this is at.
I bought one of those.
Yeah.
You like it?
A bait
I
cast?
used it for 3 months and then I sold it.
Yeah, you had a white one, right? The spinning reel.
I need to. No, it was a bait caster.
Oh, was it a bait
Yeah.
caster?
I need to go buy bait casters now.
See, I
I'm gonna start using them for wipers.
that's when I first saw it. That hook keeper down there. I was like, this is stupid. Why is this down here?
Hey, so speaking of baitcaster or just reels in general, how often you guys even clean your shit?
Never.
Not super often. I used to do it like once a season.
Every year or two, like every 2 years probably, max.
Huh? Who's
Every
talking?
Every 2 years max.
Because the reason why I ask,
I used to do it once a season.
is it worth it?
I mean,
To
it doesn't
clean your
hurt.
shit.
I don't think
if
it
you don't
hurts.
want to buy,
It doesn't hurt.
If you don't want to buy new stuff,
Like, there's a reel right now
Right
that I
away.
really like.
Huh?
Like my Shimano, it's a Nasky. It's like a $100 reel. I definitely need to clean. I can feel it.
So, is it best to do it yourself or best to hire somebody?
I mean, if you suck at it, it's best to hire somebody.
Well, how do you know if you suck at it?
Well, if you take it apart and you're like, I don't remember where everything goes.
But at that point, you're already stuck at that point.
Well, yeah, then you should have taken it into somebody.
my advice is if
Well, it's whether.
take an air compressor to
Yeah,
it.
how do you know when to...
Well,
you
it's
should-
like anything else, like with a car.
If you're not going to take it apart an engine, don't take apart an engine.
Yeah, like with
It's
the
the
car.
same concept
Like, do you
with
want
the
to take the
reel.
time and change your own oil, or do you want to pay
How
somebody
much is your
to do it?
time worth to you?
Yeah, how much is your time worth? Like, it's like changing your oil for your car.
It's like
It's like taking your reel apart and lubing it up.
they're catching bait.
Like, do
How
you
much
wanna
is
spend
your
the time?
worth?
If you're good at it, if you do it in like 10 minutes, or if it takes you half an hour, do you want to spend that time whether you're good or bad at it? If you're bad at it, it takes you longer, or if you're good at it, it takes you 10 minutes, or do you just want to pay somebody?
What price
then
point?
not have to worry
What
about it.
price point do you guys think is a good price point? Like, all right, I'm not gonna...
It just depends. Don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't even know what the-
$25 a reel. Like
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what the going rate is.
It's gotta be like close.
Because you can't
Fif-
spend
fif-
more.
what
you
do you
can't
think?
spend more than an hour cleaning a reel.
So
You
it's
can't
gotta be like
spend
$60,
more.
right?
I
60,
mean,
70
I-
bucks.
I'd
maybe?
It depends.
I personally wouldn't spend that much, but I just clean it myself. But
Okay,
if
let's
you're
say you
in
got
rush
a $300 reel.
Okay.
and
Do
you
you want to spend $10 for someone to clean it, or
100%.
Like
oh, I'd
$50?
spend $10.
10. But
No,
if you
versus like $50.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'd spend $10.
how about 50 though?
50. Yeah.
No,
You-
I'd clean it myself.
See,
If
So
if
you
there
hit
was
that
somebody
point.
out there that charged $25 per reel, I'd probably take them up on that offer.
So you're
It just depends.
You hit the.
But I'm a self-sufficient human being. I'd
20
rather just clean it myself.
I would say.
But you don't clean your reels at all, you said.
I don't need to because I don't get them dirty. I don't throw them down in the dirt, and I keep them up out most of the
Well,
time.
if you needed to.
if I absolutely needed to, I'd probably clean it myself.
Yeah.
If my pen squall started
I think
grinding, I'd probably clean it.
are we safe to say? I think in my eyes, $30 is about my max that I would pay somebody to clean my reel.
I think it just depends on
fair?
how much my reel
There's
costs.
a side hustle right there.
It is to clean reels and to get them.
Yeah, that's a side hustle.
See, if it was like
you don't
my,
need a license for that.
Because you can charge somebody technically $20 to clean your if you're super good at it. That's actually that. It's truly a good side hustle. $20, I'll pay anybody $20
just don't-
per reel.
I
Just-
clean 20 reels a
Here,
week.
just don't blast it everywhere on Facebook because people are like,
right.
well, why
Yeah,
should
license.
I pay you? Why should I pay you when I can clean it for myself?
You have a license for that, sir? To clean the reel.
Here we go. Circle in the wagons. Circle in the
Bring
wagons.
it back around.
Sir,
Different, different subject. Going back to the same
I don't think you have a license to
subject.
clean my reel, sir. Sorry. But I would say about 20. I think that's a great one. $20 is about what you would pay to clean your reels, I think.
Well, what
So-
do you pay?
I say it depends what reel it is.
What-
Would you pay that much for a $50 reel
No.
to clean it?
But
Exactly.
but my reels, but that's the thing. Most of my reels are about $200 an hour.
Whoa.
What do you- what do you pay-
Fancy guy.
what do you
over
pay?
here.
What do you pay to wash your car on average?
I wash it myself
So why wouldn't you just wash your own reels?
because it's a lot of work, and I think I'm gonna mess it up.
So
Because I
There's a lot
can't.
of
I don't think I can
So-
mess up washing my
so
car.
so you think
There's a lot of intricate parts.
To wash my car?
No, to
reels.
clean your reel.
That's what I'm saying.
so you think
that's why I would
you
rather-
think what's the max you would spend?
20.
That's it?
25.
That's
25.
it?
25.
So if someone spent 2 hours cleaning your reel, you'd only pay $25.
If he
An
took
hour.
he or she took 2 hours to clean my reel, that's not the person I wanted to clean my reel. It should not, in my opinion.
Why not? See,
What integral parts?
What if they
Hold on.
really took
So-
their time and make sure everything?
you've
No, I'm
You-
with you on
like
that.
when they're
but-
you've
done-
never met the armory.
But you're gonna have to show me how the hell
You-
is it gonna cost me more
If-
for me to clean my reel an hour?
If you were in the Marine Corps and you were trying to turn your rifle in
yes,
and you were like, "Oh, it's clean," they'd be like, "Nah, it's not clean.
yeah,
Go back and clean it."
that's probably why I'm not in the Marine Corps.
No, I'm saying, like, my point is, you can pay somebody $25 an hour or
Yeah.
$25 to clean your reel, but do you really trust them to do it, or would you rather do it yourself?
Well, that's like any.
I would rather
business.
do it myself.
I agree with you to a certain degree because my time is money and convenience is what you pay for, right?
yeah, that's
what
the
we're paying for.
trade-off. That's
Yeah,
the
it's
trade-off.
trade-off. So to me, convenience trumps anything else at my point of
I
life.
don't know. I don't trust people.
Well, you can't live your life like that.
Yes, you can.
Actually, you can.
You can.
But
you can,
to
you
me,
can live your life that
but
way.
to me, my
You-
thoughts are: this is the thing. You have to get to a certain. I mean, I don't want to get philosophical on this, but you have to get to a point in life that you can trust people because if you don't, this is the thing.
Well, the thing you can't. I mean, unless you do absolutely everything yourself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
People ask me at my job, how do I know you clean my ducks?
It's true.
That's why we take before and after pictures.
Well, I would
You know what I'm
hope.
saying? So the
Thing is,
trust
that
thing
the
comes
person
into
who's
play.
cleaning your reels, they're not going to take before and after pictures.
Why not? Why wouldn't you?
They could. They should. That would probably be a best seller point. No, I'm with you.
Why wouldn't you?
But most people don't. Most people just trust whoever they.
You could take
Give
a
it to
video of before when the reel's
Butters.
grinding, and then
I'm-
after it's clean. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
with you. I'm with you. But most people,
People-
don't. Most people
I
don't.
know they don't.
They just trust
Yeah,
them.
I mean, you could put it this way, like
I
you
don't-
know, they could be like, "Why should I hire you when I could just do it myself?"
Yeah.
Go ahead and do. Go ahead and clean your ducks in your dryer.
Exactly.
man.
They could be
Let me
like,
know
"Go
how
ahead,
that works out
like,
for
go
you.
ahead, clean your reels.
But
to
let
see
me
how
know
it
how
works
that
out."
works-
Yeah,
let me-
they could
let
say,
me know how that works out for you.
You can say the same about the reels. Like, go ahead, clean the reels yourself.
but
It's
I
not
think
Let me know how it
It's
works.
not rocket science. Though,
Well,
cleaning
people
a
would say
reel.
that about duck. People could say it about duck cleaning.
They
too.
can.
it's
They
the
could.
results
They
after
could.
because
Yeah.
you can see by your reel like, oh, it's really smoother. It's a better reel. You cleaned it.
If you
can
have
tell the
if you have
difference.
results and the result is the reel runs smoother than before, you got it clean.
Yeah,
That's
just
all
like
that
your duck
matters.
cleaning, right?
Same thing.
If-
My
if
my
you could
my,
do it- you
my
could do it-
dryer can dry better now.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's the same.
same concept.
Yeah, same concept.
I
If
just
there's a need
there's a market.
Yeah, there's a market.
There's
Yeah.
a market. There's a market.
All right, man. We've been talking for
We've gone down 8,000 rabbit
Yeah,
holes. We always do when all three of us
awesome.
get together.
It's fun.
I love it
thi-
because
this-
we don't ever talk. We don't ever talk to each other. We don't ever like set an agenda. All right, we need to talk about
This
this.
is where we make it up.
I knew you guys wanted to talk about.
This is where we
to
make
talk
it up.
about the miss
little
yesterday.
bit, a little bit.
I knew you wanted, but after that, I was like, I don't know what the hell else we're going to talk about.
This is the honest truth, though. If you guys are listening to our podcast, me and Fishing Kid don't really have a set agenda. We have
They never.
we want to talk about something, but we're like we don't have anything set up. We just have fun with
This
this.
should be called the Raw Podcast, not the Beer Fish.
Well, that's how
Podcast.
podcast goes.
I know,
Yeah,
they're
that's
always
how
raw.
podcast goes.
At least good podcast.
Good podcast.
There you go.
They go off the cuff.
So
This is one of those good
implying
ones.
that this is a good podcast.
I am implying that this is
All three
this
of you
is
guys.
a very good underground podcast that needs to go above ground.
All three of them. All three of the listeners love them to death.
There's more than three.
Might
out
be a
there.
few. It's all right.
There's more than.
I count 3.
Well, so according to Grandy, he has more time to commit.
Here we go.
So you might be hearing more podcasts
I think.
from us.
I think we should. Yeah. I think we can. I think we can commit maybe 2 a month. You know, just
Well,
for shits and giggles.
Just give me more than 20.
Well, we committed
30
one-
minutes
we
notice
committed.
next time.
We committed through the end of the year once a month.
Yeah, we committed to our sponsors one podcast a month.
we did.
But I think we're gonna squeeze in a little bit more than that.
Yeah, I think I can because I already gave up my day job. Dude, that's fucking insane, bro.
I can't believe that.
See, not everybody gave up their day
See,
job.
I hope everybody listening to this
Mr. Big
understand.
Cojones over here.
No.
We're in the wrong market here.
No
Well, I'm
market
telling
anything.
you.
I know.
You want to buy some sport cards?
So
I got
this
like
is-
500.
this is
sitting
the
by my, by my bed. Right
This is the belief that I have into.
I'll give them to you.
Our followers and listeners
25%.
is I truly believe not only this podcast. I believe everything that we're doing, everything that I do, that it shall be successful. In enough that I can feed my kids. That's all I want to do, dude. At the end of the day, as long as I can provide for the family, that's it. I don't need to be rich. I don't give a shit about that. I mean, I do, but I don't. But at the end of the day, that's all I want to do. I just have fun and enjoy what I do. I literally, I shit you not, I quit my day job today, and I am gonna sell sports cars for a living and do podcasting like this. Mop pop fishing, mop pop sports. That's something's gonna pop.
awesome.
Yeah, don't get it wrong, guys. He's not making a living from fishing.
Not.
He's trying to put
I
food on
am
his table.
not. Yeah, I'm not. If I could quit my day job to fish,
And if he can't put the food on his table, we'll just go catch it. For
Well,
him.
this is the thing, though.
yeah, we'll catch it for him.
Thank you. So
but hey,
these guys will be
Hey,
able to
my
feed my
kids are
family.
starving. Bring me fish,
Oh,
please.
oh,
They're craving fish.
That shit's gonna happen. But you know the funny thing is, like I just said, man, there's only one way to figure out if it's gonna work.
You gotta
gotta do
try.
it.
Hey, you know what?
There's only
and
one way.
if you fail, you know what? You can launch another thing, and
But I ain't gonna go to
That's
the
what
grave
life's
regretting.
about, man.
I'm not
No.
gonna go to the
Hell
grave
yeah.
regretting.
hell yeah,
so,
man.
I'm
That's what it's about.
I'm gonna give it a shot. So so if you guys, like I just said, you guys want to support me, the family, go buy sports cards on eBay, whatever, or like I just said, go buy a beer from Firetrucker.
Yeah, Firetrucker.
You get $1 off.
Go
and then
buy some
buy
catfish gear.
Go buy
listen
some
to us
Whisker
here.
Seeker.
Oh, don't forget, yeah, go buy some Whisker Seeker. You get 15%. This is a badass
Outstanding
situation.
gear.
It's a badass situation
Outstanding gear.
that we have. So
Yeah,
But-
it's pretty amazing. I mean, I'm not gonna quit my day job if you go buy some
Wuss.
Whisker Seeker tackle
Wuss.
stuff, but
wuss.
you know, it doesn't hurt.
Doesn't hurt.
It helps the podcast.
It does.
Helps the podcast.
I truly enjoy this podcast. I think this is it gives me away from the day-to-day shit with the girls. I love my daughters, but I get a chance to talk fishing. How often do I get to talk to a 10-year-old, 8-year-old, 6-year-old, 3-year-old girl about fishing? Very rare. How often do I get to talk about sports with them? Sometimes. Still hard. So this is my getaway. So I enjoy it. That's why I do what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I wish I could quit my job.
You can do it. Just do it.
No, I can't.
Don't do it.
If I want to be homeless.
Don't.
Whoa! What are you trying to say?
No,
dude?
me.
You won't be homeless.
Obviously, you set yourself up where you can be like, okay,
No, I didn't. You just sometimes
No.
you just gotta
You
do it.
weren't just like, I'm gonna quit my job.
if he quits his day job, someone's gonna call and be like, "Hey, man, where's your mortgage payment?
Yeah.
Where's your truck payment?"
Okay, I
By
get
the
you.
way, by the way, let me clear this up. There's some asshole with a Minnesota license plate parked out in front of your house.
Damn Minnesota.
Those damn Minnesota
license plates.
Likens, if you're listening, you are one of them now.
That'll be in the next podcast.
I hate
talk about-
Minnesota.
Oh boy, I love you guys.
I mean, I love you.
Dude,
I'm sorry.
We have
I'm
hella
sorry.
Minnesota
sorry.
listeners.
I-
What are you talking about?
I love Minnesotans.
Actually, I do.
Only a couple.
I like Minnesota, just not your football
Just don't
team.
come down here and take our fish. That's
Oh
all.
boy.
Yeah, unless
Haters.
you live here and you have Minnesota
not being a
plates.
hater.
Don't listen
That's
to
not
man.
being a hater.
You guys are haters, dude.
They don't-
Minnesota, I love.
They
you,
don't
bro.
spend enough money down
I
here
love
to
it.
take our
Hey,
fish.
as long as you
Yeah.
buy your damn license, I'm okay with that.
They're not-
Be legal and buy your damn license. I'm
I mean-
okay with that. Buy the extra rod license. I'm okay with that. We support
that-
our
Get a
Iowa
hotel
DNR.
room.
That Minnesota plates is my new truck, by the way. It has
But, yeah,
Minnesota plates.
I'm just giving him crap. I took him up there to get his truck, and I give him
Butters
crap
was
every
the guy.
every chance I get because I followed his Minnesota plates all the way back to Iowa. so-
Butters, you know, I gotta thank you. I basically hit you up the day before. Hey, want to go for a road trip? Oh, yeah. What's up? You know, where are we going? I was like, well, it depends what truck I want. We're either going north or
You
we're going
said
south.
you said we're either going north or south, and I said whatever your direction you're headed, I'm down. That's the guy I am, man. You guys asked me to be on this podcast with like
yeah,
2
he's the
hours
clutch.
notice,
He's the clutch guy.
hour and a half notice. I don't have kids.
Hey,
I mean, I have kids. I have 2 kids.
did you have
If
fun?
you guys see
Did
this,
you
I
have
love
fun?
you. I wish I was a part of your life.
Did you have fun?
Yes, I had
Oh,
fun.
then that's all that mattered, bro.
But yeah, I was like,
But
hey,
I'm that guy. I'll take if somebody says they need help, and I knew what situation he was in. I saw his tree had came down on his truck. He didn't have a vehicle, and I'm like, "Hey, you been fishing?" He's like, "Nah, my truck."
yeah, I don't have a car. I
I'm
can't
like,
go
"Oh
fishing."
yeah, I forgot."
Well, yeah, we didn't get into it at this podcast. Stay
But
tuned.
I took him up there, and we had a good little road trip. It was a fun time, and we got him some new wheels, and
Yeah, knew it. Still got
Yeah.
those out of state plates.
hopefully, yeah. I don't know what's up with that,
It's funny because
but I'm gonna keep giving him crap until the Minnesota plates are gone.
no, actually, I got a letter from the
They're like,
dealership. Like, oh, there was a grammatical error in
We
your.
should have sent it off to the Iowa Treasury Department.
Yeah, there was a grammatical error in my application for my Iowa plates, so I gotta re-sign the paperwork and send it back to them.
Oh, God.
So I won't have Iowa plates for at least another month. I'm guessing the way things are going, it's probably gonna be another month.
That's another month of giving him shit about
okay.
Minnesota plates.
Hey,
All right, man.
It's another month of me being incognito. I got a new truck. I haven't posted to anybody
who's
what
this?
kind of truck.
Okay, honey, hold on.
Who's this a-hole that's at the dam with Minnesota plates?
Yeah, same guy.
Oh, there's like 6 of us.
Oh,
Gee, Biz.
oh.
I blend right in. I am incognito.
Oh,
Nobody
boy.
knows I'm there.
Oh my gosh, Minnesotans, I still love you guys, man.
I love you, Griff,
just
dog.
just buy your fishing license. That's all that matters to me. Support Iowa DNR, baby.
No, we got some Minnesota fans.
Tons of them.
It's just like bass fishermen. I put them in the same category. I just
Oh,
love,
boy.
I just love talking crap
Oh boy.
to Minnesotans and bass fishermen.
But honestly, appreciate
we
you,
love it.
Butters. I appreciate you just coming, kicking it with us, hanging out with us, having a couple beers.
I
man.
appreciate you guys putting up with me. I'm a little bit forwardly spoken, and I don't have a problem with my filter. I guess that's just the way I am.
You like it with a filter.
Oh.
Thank you.
What else you got,
Thank
Kit?
you.
Man, I've been talking about this whole guiding thing.
Are you doing it?
Fishing
or what?
kit guiding service
Are
coming
you
in
no,
2
no,
months.
Okay, so we're gonna end this
This
podcast.
fall.
Are you doing it? Or are you thinking about it? If you're thinking about it, it's all good. You don't have to say I'm doing it. I'm just if you're thinking about it, you think about it, bro.
I'm thinking about it.
Cool.
So
That boat.
no
How about this? How about
promises.
this, man?
No promises.
This is the thing. So Fishing Kit's really honestly thinking about this. If you guys are interested,
Reach out to him.
Reach out to us. Reach out to him. Like, you know what? If you are interested, if he shall decide to do
Don't worry,
guide
it won't
service.
be from the bank. Don't worry,
No.
guys. I'm getting a boat.
He's
Yeah.
got a boat coming here.
So
Very soon.
but you
But-
want to test the waters a little bit.
Yeah, I want
like,
to test the waters a little bit.
So reach out to Fishing Cave if you guys are interested. If you guys want to do a little guide trip, depending on whatever fish you want to chase or whatever, just at least reach out to him and just throw out that you're interested.
If there's a market
Yeah.
that I could capitalize on, like let's say wide bass wipers,
Yeah.
because
Or even channel catfish.
or channel catfish,
Even
but
channel catfish.
Yeah.
even then, there's guides that are already doing that here, and they do probably a way better job than I could ever dream of doing.
Mm-hmm.
But if I was gonna find a niche, I think it'd be for like wide bass and wipers.
So, like I just said, reach out to Fishing Cave if you guys are honestly super interested.
Yeah.
And worst case scenario, you guys come and hang out with him
just put some feelers out there, like,
Yeah.
hey,
for sure.
would people come down and fish?
Oh,
Well, pay me to fish for wipers.
not
and
even
stuff.
a question.
Well,
Just put it.
we got to put it out there. So no. So honestly, guys, Fishing Kit's pretty easy
I
to
think
reach
people
out
would
to.
fish with you.
So just honestly, just reach out to us, reach out to him, and see if you guys are interested. We'll see what you can do.
Yeah, I'm getting a boat whether I pursue this guide thing or not.
Yeah.
But as I get more comfortable with doing that stuff, like even now, I want to take people out. Like, hey, you like when I go out with people that have their own boats, like, hey, let me back up the trail. Let me do this stuff. But at the same time, I also want to be able to take people out too, like
For sure.
people that I know, maybe people that I know only online. Like, hey, when I come down and fish with me, like, yeah, we'll just go out. Like, I can't promise anything. I mean, you're not paying me, so it's just whatever. We're just gonna learn together.
So worst case scenario, just reach out. Let Fishing Cut know a little bit if you guys are interested. It'd be pretty badass because at the end of the day, we enjoy this. I love it, man.
Yeah, if there was I wouldn't say like a ticket for me out of the corporate world, but if I could get away, if I could fish
For
be
a
on the
living,
water
for a living. Yeah.
realistically, unless my YouTube channel blows up somehow, I think taking people out fishing is
Could.
the route. At least part of it. It would be part of the equation.
Yeah. So, like I said, reach out to us. Let us know. We're super easy to get a hold of, guys.
But if nobody wants to go fishing with me for white bass, and
still
white
reach
bass-
out. Let us know what's up. We just want to know what you guys are thinking. No, honest to God, man, we truly appreciate you guys listening to this far. Like I said, man, homie got to 3,000 subs. Let's get him up to the next. Woo, 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 woo. Let's get him up to 4,000.
But I won't sell out and give you my fishing spots
Yeah.
for a sub.
Sorry, he's not going to be that guy. Feel free to check out Ma Pop Fishing. I'm going to be posting on more videos, at least probably
you don't-
two times a month now.
You have no excuse. You don't have a real job anymore.
Oh, wow.
Bringing the daggers right away. Day one. Day one.
But do go check out, if you love sports, if you love sports, go check out Ma Pop Sports. I do talk sports betting, sports cards. If you guys love that, go check out Ma Pop Sports. We'll put all the links in the notes and everything. Other than that, man, we truly appreciate you guys listening to this far. Like I said, go check out our sponsors: Whisker Seeker Tackle, Firetrucker Brewery. Only two, those guys have really backed us up, so truly appreciate them. Other than that, man,
Yeah. Don't forget, if you're up at Firetrucker, say you listen to Bearfish Fanatics.
boom, get that
that
dollar
dollar
off,
off,
baby.
dollar
Get
off.
that dollar
And
off your
then-
beer, and then,
Dollar.
and then Whisker Seeker Tackle, you get 50% off. You can't beat that, man.
Yeah, we don't have a promo yet, but it's
I'll
in the
do that.
works. It's in the works.
We'll have that in.
If we find out before this podcast comes out,
post
we'll throw it in the
Throw
show-
it in the post,
description and
in
stuff.
the post.
for sure.
Yeah.
Other than that, man, been fun, man. Appreciate that, guys.
Thank you for having me on again.
All right, guys. Other than that, get this mofo and then the recording stopped.
Okay, we got audio, right?
We got audio.
Right, we got audio.
Oh, the audio's going to get a little extra. Yep, audio's still going. But other than that, man, if you guys get Fishing Kit to 4,000 subscribers, one of these damn days, he's going to do those donkey cakes he owes me. So
Oh, yeah, maybe I'll be a guide
just-
or something someday.
just
Maybe. I don't
saying.
know.
Just
people,
saying.
if there's a market there.
There's a market. There's a market. Make it happen, guys.
Don't let me spam a bunch of Facebook groups.
All
Like,
right.
hey,
We gotta go, man.
Book me.
I gotta go get some more beers. My wife is ready to drink a little bit more with me, so I appreciate you guys, man. Till next time. Peace.
Bye.